finished yet.
Style. I get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too fast. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today. Cause the nigga ain't got time to waste. Gotta make another bad today. I could really let a tear fall. Still believing that my time is coming. On my knees and then I prayed for it. The sun gon' shine after the rainstorm. I've hidden all my pain and never showed as my trials and tribulations get recorded. When I've hidden all my pain up in these verses, I catch a vibe and turn into a poet. I've been traumatized from this paranoia. I got PTSD from this life I've been living. And I ain't crying by the hand life dealt me. I understood I can only play what I'm given. I killed Tato by a headshot. Got nightmares of his blood on. Got a shower and gone, I saw my dog get dropped. Fuck, I said it was mom's now. It was cooking dope, got a trap and serve. We was booming them bricks right up out of the kitchen. Was flipping birds and chopping heads off. Won't stop chasing, gotta feather this chicken. You sat us down and talked our heads off. We was hard-headed, no we didn't wanna listen. I didn't think it'd all go down bad. Last drop, we gotta do one more mission. I couldn't imagine living like how I live. My apartment leased out and still paying rent. So I'm on a mission just to run up a check. Cause I'm having dreams of a white picket fence. I didn't buy a single thing that they sold me. They tried to sell it cause they knew I was broken. To celebrating, popping bottles of Moe. And now my heart is drifting out to get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. I can't go out like that. I'm staying in my lane, but I need to slow down cause life moving too fast. I hope I just don't crash. Don't crack cause it's on my ass. If I pop another addy and I pull another fold, then a nigga might just not last. Lost a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended this. Yeah, don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the rocks, I'm selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta go. But I gotta go harder, do it for all the things that I never can have. Fuck the old bitch I was fucking who got in the way and almost made me fumble the bag. This new chick I got, she don't get in the way. Our connection like Wi-Fi with no strings attached. And I can't wait to get her home out of them clothes, cause Lil' Shawty too fine to fuck. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some head, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay. Cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some head, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay. Cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the rocks, I'm selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too fast. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today.
We ain't finished yet.
Style. I get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too fast. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today. Cause the nigga ain't got time to waste. Gotta make another bad today. I could really let a tear fall. Still believing that my time is coming. On my knees and then I prayed for it. The sun gon' shine after the rainstorm. I've hidden all my pain and never showed as my trials and tribulations get recorded. When I've hidden all my pain up in these verses, I catch a vibe and turn into a poet. I've been traumatized from this paranoia. I got PTSD from this life I've been living. And I ain't crying by the hand life dealt me. I understood I can only play what I'm given. I killed Tato by a headshot. Got nightmares of his blood on. Got a shower and gone, I saw my dog get dropped. Fuck I say to his moms now. We was cooking dope, got a trap and serve. We was booming them bricks right up out of the kitchen. Was flipping birds and chopping heads off. Won't stop chasing, gotta feather this chicken. You sat us down and talked our heads off. We was hard-headed, no we didn't wanna listen. I didn't think it all go down bad. Last drop, we gotta do one more mission. I couldn't imagine living like how I live. My apartment leased out and still paying rent. So I'm on a mission just to run up a check. Cause I'm having dreams of a white picket fence. I didn't buy a single thing that they sold me. They tried to sell it cause they knew I was broken. They're celebrating, popping bottles of Moet. And now my heart is drifting out to get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. I can't go out like that. I'm staying in my lane, but I need to slow down cause life moving too fast. I hope I just don't crash. Them crackers on my ass. If I pop another Addy and I pull another fold, then a nigga might just not last. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah. I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the racks and we're selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta go. But I gotta go harder, do it for all the things that I never can have. Fuck the old bitch I was fucking who got in the way and almost made me fumble the past. This new chick I got, she don't get in the way. Our connection like Wi-Fi with no strings attached. And I can't wait to get her home out of them clothes cause little shorty too fine to fuck. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some head, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay. Cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some head, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay. Cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the racks and we're selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too bad. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today.
We ain't finished yet.
Style. I get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too bad. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today. Cause a nigga ain't got time to waste. Gotta make another bad today. I could really let a tear fall. Still believing that my time is coming. On my knees and then I prayed for it. The sun gon' shine after the rainstorm. I've hidden all my pain and never showed as my trials and tribulations get recorded. When I've hidden all my pain up in these verses, I catch a vibe and turn into a poet. I've been traumatized from this paranoia. I got PTSD from this life I've been living. And I ain't crying by the hand life dealt me. I understood I can only play what I'm given. I killed Tato by a headshot. Got nightmares of his blood on me. Got a shower and gun, I saw my dog get dropped. Fuck I say to his moms now. We was cooking dope, got a trap and serve. We was booming them bricks right up out of the kitchen. Was flipping birds and chopping heads off. Won't stop chasing, gotta feather this chicken. You sat us down and talked our heads off. We was hard-headed, no we didn't wanna listen. I didn't think it all go down bad. Last drop, we gotta do one more mission. I couldn't imagine living like how I live. My apartment leased out and still paying rent. So I'm on a mission just to run up a check. Cause I'm having dreams of a white picket fence. I didn't buy a single thing that they sold me. They tried to sell it cause they knew I was broken. They're celebrating, popping bottles of Moet. And now my heart is drifting out to get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. I can't go out like that. I'm staying in my lane, but I need to slow down cause life moving too fast. I hope I just don't crash. Them crackers on my ass. If I pop another Addy and I pull another fold, then a nigga might just not last. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the racks and we're selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta go. gotta go harder, do it for all the things that I never can have. Fuck the old bitch I was fucking who got in the way and almost let me fumble the past. This new chick I got, she don't get in the way. Our connection like Wi-Fi with no strings attached. And I can't wait to get her home out of them clothes, cause little shorty too fine to fuck. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some hair, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay, cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some hair, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay, cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done end things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions, don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the rocks, I was selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too fast, work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today.
We ain't finished yet.
Style.
I get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too fast, work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today. Cause the nigga ain't got time to waste. Gotta make another bad today. I could really let a tear fall, still believing that my time is coming. On my knees and then I prayed for it. The sun gon' shine after the rainstorm. I've hidden all my pain and never showed as my trials and tribulations get recorded. When I've hidden all my pain up in these verses, I catch a vibe and turn into a poet. I've been traumatized with this paranoia. I got PTSD from this life I've been living, and I ain't crying by the hand life dealt me. I understood I can only play what I'm given. I killed Tato by a headshot, got nightmares of his blood on. Got a shower and gun, I saw my dog get dropped. Fuck I said to his moms now. He was cooking dope, got a trap and surf. He was booming them bricks right up out of the kitchen. Was flipping birds and chopping heads off. Won't stop chasing, gotta feather this chicken. You sat us down and touched our heads off. He was hard-headed, no, he didn't wanna listen. I didn't think it all go down bad. Last drop, gotta do one more mission. I couldn't imagine living like how I live. My apartment leased out and still paying rent. So I'm on a mission just to run up a check, cause I'm having dreams of a white picket fence. I didn't buy a single thing that they sold me. They tried to sell it cause they knew I was broken. They're celebrating, popping bottles of Moet, and now my heart is drifting out to get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. I can't go out like that. I'm staying in my lane, but I need to slow down cause life moving too fast. I hope I just don't crash. Them crackers on my ass. If I pop another Eddie and I pull another fold, then a nigga might just not last. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done end things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions, don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the rocks, I was selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta go. But I gotta go harder, do it for all the things that I never can have. Fuck the old bitch I was fucking who got in the way and almost let me fumble the past. This new chick I got, she don't get in the way. Our connection like Wi-Fi with no strings attached. And I can't wait to get her home out of them clothes, cause little shorty too fine to fuck. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some hair, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay, cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some hair, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay, cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done end things. Yeah, don't know what your intentions, don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah, I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the rocks, I was selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Fight!
Yo, hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless, and welcome to We're Black in the Blood Clot Buildings. It's the weekly wrap-up shiggity show. Kaboom! In the buildings. Yeah, it's the weekly wrap-up. What? Right, a bitch be back, Jack. How's you guys' weekend day gone? Hope it was good. I had a good one as well. Mine's kind of just ended. Sorry for my tardy behavior. No new. I know. But yeah. So, yo, we got some stuff to chop up. There's a few current events that's happened. And yeah, we're going to have to do the members only roll call. I expect some changes, you know, in this members only roll call, to be honest. People drop in, people drop out. It's the Shannaholics, you know, it's what it does. We do have a members only live coming up at some point. Un momento, por favor. Hang on. Let me just do this. Let me just get this on the miggity map. See if I come in there. It's just like, hay fever's like, yeah, let's start right now. Because I do it on the screen. It's easier. There you go. Is it easier? Kind of. Because when you write it down and you change the revised list, this just gives you the... Okay, we're 3 subscribers away from being 4,500. Oh. So let's get the members only. Let's go. Okie dokes. So we got Ahmed in the booties, Modikin Boxing in the booties, Sammy Ali in the booties, Donald Banks DB in the booties, Nesta Bedford in the booties, Zara K in the booties, Karma Serene, the Queen, in the baptism. King Boxing, in the baptism. Con Shawnery, in the baptism. Lisa Bales, my Queen, in the baptism. Ricardo, mi hermano, bars, in the baptism. Ben Adams, hope you're all right, Ben, in the baptism. Everyone's seen Ben, I haven't, you know. Stephen T, in the baptism. Mark Niggity Nash, what up, Mark, in the baptism. Dub right side, in the baptism. My art to the left, in the baptism. She on vacay. D Style, mi hermano. I'll be on his show on Thursday. The round table, in the baptism. Devil Beats, in the baptism. Jimmy McClenley, in the baptism. AJR Day, in the baptism. Charlo, in the baptism. King TJ. R.I.P. man, King TJ, we love you, we miss you. In the baptism. Upload type El Primero. In the baptism. And last but not least, Dr. P in the baptism. That's right. There we go. That's the revised. And if you would like to join the Shannaholics, go ahead, click it. Click the button.
Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just started. Don't try. Move the body. Try scatter. Pick pattering up all over your body. Now you bruise and batter. Tap shatter. You never should do all Allah.
That's right. You never should have Allah. Anyway, so I am going to bring on the panel members. There is a link to, if you want to join the panel, you can. So we can chop it up. So I'm introducing, introducing, introducing. Kenny Ken and AJ all day. It's Alex. Ding, 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 ding. What up, guys?
Hello, AJ.
What up, though? What up, yo?
What up, Joe? What up, Kenny Ken? What up, AJ all day?
What's up, Ken?
Twice
What's up,
on a
Ken?
Sunday. What it
Same.
do? What's been happening, man? Oh, God, we got some... while you lot chop up, let me just actually put the fucking banner on. That may work, wouldn't it not? Because we're here to talk about... We've seen a couple press... We've seen the presser. We've seen Dillian White, AJ, Dillian White. We've seen the All Access, Spence Crawford. Yeah, there's a few things that we've seen. So I thought, as we do, we talk about the current topics in the week.
You forgot one thing. You forgot something else.
I probably haven't.
You have?
Probably got
Something
it.
happened in Poland. What happened in Poland today?
Oh, I have no clue. You tell me.
Oh, yeah,
man.
the Usyk and the Dubois press conference, right, Ken? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't watch it either.
Yes.
I didn't catch it.
I didn't even know it was on. I didn't even know that was on. Really?
I saw it.
You guys can fill me in on that. Can you feel me? Just trying to find what the damn show's called. Okay. Go ahead. So Usyk, what channel was that on for us, Kenny Ken?
No, it's going to be on TNT Sports, BT
No,
Sport.
the
At the moment,
press conference.
yeah,
What channel was
it's
the press
going to be
conference on?
pay-per-view on TNT. But at the moment, BT Sport. Remember
No,
BT
the
Sport?
press conference. What channel was the press conference on?
It was live on IFL and Seconds Out.
Coogan and his people flew out there, did they?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know, because remember, I think IFL, there was IFL in IFL did a bit of the Dillian White conference, but TalkSport Boxing did most of the press conference in London for the Dillian White Anthony Joshua. But I know I saw some of it on Sky, because I know that in Poland, remember the fights on the 26th of August?
Yeah.
And at the moment, BT Sport is being taken over by Discovery and Eurosport. But what's happening is that it finally launches in 2 weeks' time. So by next Tuesday, you're going to get a launch of TNT. So they haven't announced the fight, but officially the fight's going to be on what used to be BT Sport. It's going to be pay-per-view. So basically, Usyk was just talking. Basically, Usyk's manager was saying that talking about Tyson Fury, that he should be stripped of his belt if he doesn't defend his title. Tyson Fury sent another silly little video saying, little nonsense, saying that he's enjoying seeing people make little money. No, he's not involved, and he was just making.
God, he's so deluded. Delusions of
and then in London early this afternoon, we had the presser for the Dillian White. Anthony Joshua fight, where both of them were, well, we discussed it anyway, but yeah, it was let's just say two people who know each other too well.
Yeah, we're going to discuss it. Okay, sorry. Did you catch any of it, AJ, of all of these pressers?
I didn't catch the Dubois Usyk press conference, but I caught the AJ and White press conference.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know we probably didn't want this fight. I can honestly say that, but I'm kind of the press conference got me amped for it. I can't wait for it now. I kind of want to see it now.
We ain't got no choice, have we?
Yeah. I mean, that would be so. I'm just taking it as I'm coming. I'm just gonna make the best of it. I mean, like it's I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to the rematch. Hopefully, it's better than the first fight. And honestly, if Dillian White actually does manage to pull it off and win, I'm not picking him to win, by the way. But if he does win, we could get a trilogy out of this. You never know.
Oh, fuck that. No.
What do you that's what I want to ask you guys about. Do you think if Dillian White wins, we'll get a trilogy?
Rematch clause. They don't have a rematch clause.
Okay, so there's none? There is none?
No, there's no rematch calls at all. Well, Eddie Hearn is nailed his colours to the mast in terms of the way forward for both fighters. In terms of like Dillian White, he's saying that maybe Dillian White's timing, get the big fights are over. And he basically said that if Anthony Joshua doesn't win, then his fight with Deontay Wilder's off.
Yep, more or less. He did say that. I do recall him saying that.
He said it all week.
I mean, but one thing about Dillian White is like he never ceases to be funny. I'll say that. Like, did you hear? Hey, he called that Eddie. What he said? What he said to? He said,
a lot of people in boxing think like that. AJ. A lot of people in London think like that about Eddie.
What did he say about Eddie again?
He said that. Hey,
what he said.
White said, "Hey, Eddie, could I ask you a question? What does AJ's balls taste like?"
Oh yeah. No. AJ said you'll soon know, and Eddie said you'll soon know as well.
Soon enough on August 12th.
Yeah. I think Dillian White has a bit of jealousy. What up, Eric Gomes?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, yeah. He's clearly the B. He's clearly the B side in this fight. He knows who the A side is. You know what I'm saying? He knows he's not being expected to win. So hopefully, at the end of the
day, Dillian White's never been signed by Matchroom.
No, no. He's just a 5x5 basis.
So he's been there. So it's up to him if he who is Eddie Hearn supposed to have loyalty to? His signed Matchroom fighter or someone that's not. So.
Well, they've worked together before, and there was it isn't like it's on a sort of it's all short-term contracts that get renewed.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure if Dillian White's fight anyone else other than AJ, you'll see Eddie Hearn's
really capping for him, like really capping for him.
Melts the master of Dillian White. But I think since the Tyson Fury fight, that kind of partnership has evaporated by on the outside of the ring. It was a massive partnership before the Tyson Fury fight, but I think after that, since that, no.
Oops. Yeah.
I think he put up a lot of money for that fight in the purse bid. It was quite a bit he put up to get the rights for that fight.
For what?
For the Fury White fight when it was going to happen. I think he put over like 30 mil for it.
Yeah. Didn't get it in the end, did he?
Nope.
You didn't get it, but at the end of the day, the fact is that AJ go way back. So obviously, it's still in his vested interest for AJ to carry on that sort of train. But at the end of the day, it's let's just say people can say what they like about Dillian White and say what they like about AJ. People can have opinions about where they are in the fight. Let's cut the small talk out. The fight sold out.
Wow. Yeah, I know, right? So that just tells me right there, people are still interested. There's still some interest in this rematch.
It's on pay-per-view for £27. That will do numbers. The fact is, and you know who they got to thank for that? One guy from Mancunian Irishman, because of his inactivity. British boxing fans have had nothing to watch. They said, what? Stuff them. We're going to watch fighters we aren't going to watch. And Tyson Fury's lost a big load of fans now to these two because the heavyweight boxing scene in Great Britain is going to go. When all these guys retire, Tyson Fury, Derek Saw was right when he said Tyson Fury retires, AJ retires, Dillian White retires, and Derek retires. That's it. Where's the British heavyweight boxing scene? Where is it? Who's the next cabs in the rank?
They're kind of carrying the sport right now, if I'm being honest. Out of all those fighters you named, Ken, I agree. Yeah, man. When they retire, like, who's gonna carry the sport next after that? Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Joyce is older than all three of them.
Yeah, that man's about to be 38 years old, for God's sakes.
He already is, isn't he? He's 37, isn't he?
Yeah, he's turning 38 later this year. Yeah.
And he's got a fight with Zhang, and we don't know how that's going to go.
I don't know. I'm not picking him to win that, by the way. I made up my mind. I don't think he's going to win.
Are you picking Zhang again?
I am this time. I learned my lesson. I think Zhang might have his number.
Yeah, I think I've got Joe Joyce to beat Zhang.
But then you're not really confident, are you, Chan, in that pick? Are you? Yeah, you see, you're not.
Not 100. I'm not going to lie. I'm not 100% confident. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if
Zhang pulled it off again. Like, yeah.
One thing Joe Joyce can't rely on is his stamina, because that counted for nothing. Because it's all about, because at the end of the day, the guy punched straight. Like a lot of fighters who fight Joe Joyce, they tend to look for hooks. They don't go to the body and they don't punch straight. When you punch Joe Joyce straight and hard, that's when he can feel it. A lot of times when people are trying to throw the hooks, they're glancing blows. Yeah, the odd one catches him, but they're easy to absorb. But when someone's punching you with a southpaw straight in the face and straight in the same area, I don't care how fit you are and how agile you're on the feet. A straight punch hurts a lot more than a hook. A hook.
So like the thing about Zhang, not only does he punch very hard, his hand speed is very fast.
Yeah,
and I just don't see how Joyce is gonna like kind of deal with that or make adjustments. I mean, there's one thing he could do that I was wishing he needs to put back on the weight that he lost.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
There's 100%. He needs to do that in the rematch. He really does, because he's going to need that weight advantage.
Yeah, he said he's doing that. Sometimes the weight matters. The weight didn't matter about what shot he was getting hit with. It didn't matter what the weight was.
No,
to be honest.
No.
The weight never really made a difference.
Is the accuracy of the straight left.
Yeah. So really, the weight wasn't really.
No, I mean, but I just say like he should put back on the weight so he could maybe increase his punching power just a tad, and just just a little bit. So
no power.
Yeah, right. Exactly. See, it seemed like what he seemed to hit Zhang with had no effect like last time. Really, I mean,
his power was really pitty patty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you think, guys? Though by that time, the damage already been done from the fact that he was hurt already, and when you're hurt,
he was getting tagged.
And when you're hurt, I think mentally you don't get physically tired, but mentally you do get tired, especially when
you get that mental fatigue. You get you get drained. It's when you're throwing out all your tools and nothing's working for you, and it's just like it is. Let me do the super chat. Shouts out to my sister ALOT for dropping that $1.99 on you, girl. Please support my little sister's channel. Kaboom in the boots.
I think going back to sort of Joshua Dillian White, I look at that fight and I think, you know what? There's a lot of good things. There's a lot of things that interest me in that fight. For instance, it's a derby. I'm a massive Dillian White fan. I mean, he's always been my favourite British fighter. So, if he wins, that's good for me. That's good for me. I've got no bit problem with it. In terms of AJ,
anyway,
think of me. I hear what people are saying, that if AJ loses, this may be the end. But I look at it and I'm thinking, the guy's still young. If he loses to Dillian White, I'm not saying. All right, he's not a Usyk, Dillian White, and he's certainly not what people think of a Reese. But hang on it, he's still a top 10 fighter. He's still got a left hook can hurt him. He shouldn't. There's loads of reasons why Dillian White can win this fight.
It's just that Dillian White, for the most part, on elite and championship level, we can pretty much nearly discount him out of that.
You could, but you just don't know, Dave. The thing is, the fact is that it's a hard fight. The fact is, Derek Chisora came out. Derek Chisora actually said something very unlike Derek Chisora. He actually spoke a bit of sense in saying the guy's flying out to Texas, 8-hour flight, coming to and from back. Whilst this guy isn't flying out anyway. He's either training in Manchester or he's training in London. He hasn't got any of those issues. So I don't know.
Listen, if Dillian White loses this fight, I mean, he's got a very good heavyweight resume. He could choose to continue fight people, but it'd probably be more of as a gatekeeper.
That's what I was just about to say. I think if he loses this fight, he's pretty much a gatekeeper status, more or less. So,
and I mean, being a gatekeeper,
which is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing entirely. So
but he's going to have to say goodbye to PPV events for the most part.
Yeah, it'll probably just relegate the fight. I mean, he won't be a headliner. He won't be a headliner anymore.
Be an undercard fighter.
Yeah, he will always be a B-side fighter. If he's down for that, and I don't think Dillian White likes a lot of money. He's made good money.
He wants the bag. He wants the bag. He wants big paydays. That's
He
it.
wants the bag, then he's gonna have to win. He's
He
gonna have to
even
beat
said it. He
AJ.
wants Joshua money.
He has to win.
Because he said himself that if he wins, like even despite the fact there's no rematch clause, like even if he wins, like that doesn't matter. They can still be rematched without one anyway. So that's what I'm thinking. He's like maybe gearing towards if he wins. Okay, we could do a trilogy or something like that. Even though probably a lot of people won't call for it.
AJ already came out on IFL and saying that him throwing out the rematch clause. A rematch clause only benefits Dillian White for money. He's like, I've got no. I'm doing this, and I'm fighting. I want to fight Deontay Wilder. That's just it.
But then if he loses the fight, scuppered. that's what Eddie said to you.
Right, then the fight's done. But the thing, what I think, this is the thing. The Saudis seem to be going a bit power heavy because, listen, AJ could just decide to fight Deontay Wilder in the UK for 30. Granted, it won't be 150 million, but it's going to be like 30, 40, 50 million. If the Saudis don't want to put out and AJ loses, that's still a fight that people still want to watch. So if it's not going to be in Saudi Arabia, bye. Saudi Arabia don't dictate where AJ fights and whether he's a cash cow or not.
I hear what you're saying.
That fight, he could still fight Deontay Wilder in America. People will pitch him maybe to lose that fight a bit more readily, safe. But what I'm trying to say, if that fight's not in Saudi Arabia, it doesn't make no difference. It doesn't make no difference. To AJ,
it wouldn't.
Them on the map. They didn't put AJ on the map.
I mean, the Saudis are going to pay them both a lot more money than they're probably going to get. So that's probably why this year. So
yeah, but that's just the only thing. It doesn't mean that AJ before going to Saudi Arabia was still on 30 and 40 million a fight. So it doesn't matter. If it doesn't happen in Saudi Arabia, it doesn't mean that fight can't happen anywhere.
Oh, it will definitely happen. But I think all parties.
Wilder, that he needs the Saudi fight because he's not a cash cow. AJ is a cash cow. Whether he fights in England alone, it sells out. Whether it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the thing with AJ though, AJ's just as he wants the money. He wants the money, and the thing is that in terms of his demands, you think of his demands. If someone has got the misconceived idea that we can't pay the AJ this money because there's no world title fight, AJ knows that if he goes to the Saudi Arabia, it would, because of what he's done from before with the Ruiz fight, and what the fact is that you look at what's happening in golf, look what happened in football. The Saudis want big names. And they're prepared to pay whatever they want for big names. And AJ's a big name, and he knows that no Saudi will dare try and cut his money as they might do in England.
Without the Saudis, listen, the Saudis are new runners in this. If the Saudis didn't pay for this fight, it doesn't mean that fight.
Of course it will, but
wouldn't be done.
But the thing is, if they're offering more money and offering, if they're not, look, at the end of the day, when we talk about money offered to sportsmen, we used to talk about telephone numbers. But everyone knows a mobile number is longer than telephone numbers. The British people are offering telephone numbers. The Saudis are offering mobile numbers, plus the email address. And I think that's why I think every fighter is going to go there, even AJ.
All I'm saying is, it's not the end all and be all.
No, it's not. But the genie's out the bottle, though. Yeah,
Tyson Fury ain't ever fought in Saudi Arabia. He's still got his biggest paydays. AJ's fought in Saudi Arabia and not in Saudi Arabia. Still gets his paydays. Will the paydays be bigger in Saudi Arabia? Yes, but does that mean that the fight can't ever happen? And like the Saudis are new in this. That's all. They've brought new money. Doesn't mean that they dictate the terms of boxing. Yeah, they may not want to put on the Wilder fight. But what if Eddie Hearn turns around and goes, you know what, fuck it, we'll do that in fucking Wembley Stadium in front of 90,000 people. You think that 90,000 people wouldn't watch Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua?
Well, Deontay Wilder's already said it. Deontay Wilder's already said, if you go back to his comment 6 years ago when he fought Klitschko, my brother, I was at the fight. My brother said he watched it on pay-per-view, and he said there's one thing that Deontay Wilder said. How would you feel fighting, Anthony Joshua in front of this crowd? He said one word. He said one sentence. It would be lovely. So 90,000. Deontay Wilder will come for 90,000. I think that attract Deontay Wilder as well.
Yeah. So either way, you know, it could happen. It could happen. It's okay, coolio. God. Yeah, I hate and it's keep the show not disruptive. Yeah, like I'm saying, I think AJ. Well, I'm almost guaranteeing, to be honest, that AJ knocks out. AJ's under pressure because he if he don't knock out Dillian White, which I don't see how he doesn't.
Yeah, but does that affect the Wilder fight if he wins on points?
No, it don't affect the Wilder. As long as he gets a win.
What you know that scenario we spoke about 2 weeks ago, that
Yeah.
you know he comes in cold. Dillian White gets on his bike, gets into him, comes off the long run, catches him, puts him on the floor a couple of times. He gets up and wins. That doesn't affect the Wilder fight as well, does it? We had that discussion 2 weeks ago when we were talking about elite fighters.
No, as long as he gets a win, it's just fine. Even if it's a boring win, but I don't think this could go to no points.
What banana skin win? What if he gets put on the floor and he gets up and stops in the 10th round?
Yeah, no, as long as he gets a win. That's it. As long as he gets the win. But this is going to be a highly scrutinized fight because it's already happened before back in 2015. So we now need to see if AJ doesn't do equally as devastating as the last fight or better, it's straight away AJ is on the slide. I'm sorry. This is the gauge. This is the gauge. It is. You can't.
You won't be on the slide for me. Not for me.
Yeah. Wouldn't you think?
I mean, well, we could say. I mean, checkers. We could say because both guys have improved somewhat since they last fought. I mean, they've been in there with better top tier opposition. They've gone through trainers. They've made improvements. I mean, that's kind of why I still find the rematch interesting because
because they've developed.
They have, yeah. They both have gotten better in certain ways. And it's kind of like
I think Dillian White had got better, but I think Dillian White's got worse now. So I've seen a decline in Dillian White. I'm not going to go on like I've seen Dillian White just excel. He's never been a world champ. He's never won any world title. Nothing.
I think, well, what did you think of his performance in the Jermaine Franklin fight under Buddy McGirt? Did you? Wasn't that good?
Cross arm guard, but it was.
Yeah, that I did like. I mean, I like that what he was doing for defense.
He lost.
Yeah,
a lot of people thought it was a close fight. I mean, I can't say that I think Dillian Wright's on the up and up at 35 years old. I can't. So, I mean, maybe if this rematch happened 4 years ago.
Yeah, I'd say back in 2019 when he was offered the fight back then.
But I mean, I think Joshua's got better, but then he's declined in certain things where he's talked about he wanted to do the sweet science, but Joshua hasn't declined of what I think Dillian White's just. I think this is a cash out in my opinion, and if Dillian White loses this fight, I don't see Dillian White. I see Dillian White retiring. And then he said what he said today was, oh, when I fought Joshua for the first time, I had an injury. Bro, now you're saying that. 7 years later, we're in that. We don't care. We don't care.
Which fight is he talking about?
When he fought Anthony Joshua.
I know.
The first time?
Yeah, he said that today. He said that today.
He got injured during the fight. He
said he'd come into the fight with an injury.
Don't get me wrong. When me and the wife were watching it, we were near ringside. We noticed his shoulder went out during the fight. We didn't notice it before, but during the fight, his shoulder went.
Oh, well. And what was his injury with Povetkin? And what was his injury with Tyson? He's never injured. He's always saying he's injured. We don't care. Well, then don't come into the fights injured then, mate. And then years later, talk about that's the reason why you lost to Joshua because you was injured. No, it isn't. You got knocked the fuck out because of your uppercut. The uppercut knocked you the fuck out. Yeah, Golden. White is just in the way. And that's all I've got to see it as, Golden. That's all I got to see it as.
But Chad, did you say that he said that recently, like his injury? He talked about that recently? Today, okay. Why is he still bringing that? I mean, I remember him bringing that up a long time ago, but now he's talking about it again. I mean, he did talk about it like a long time ago, but that's like, I mean, but that uppercut is kryptonite. This is kryptonite.
Yeah. Every time he's lost, he's trying to say he's lost because he's been injured. Bro, stop.
All fighters go to fights with injuries.
Injured. That's what Anthony Joshua said.
If you don't turn up, you don't get paid. So you've got to turn. It doesn't matter what condition you are. As long as I'm sorry, but I don't know a fighter who hasn't gone with an injury. I've noticed fighters. When fighters walk in ringside, and as soon as I see him lace gloves and I see him sparring around, I go to my wife, right, he's got an injury here and there. I could tell, but they still fight.
Yeah.
I think champions, Joe Sasaki, you could tell when I used to watch Joe Sasaki fight, I used to always notice that
if he was injured,
that one of it, he was always whenever he did it throwing his straight lefts, I knew he'd done it. His knuckles were done. I could tell. You have to get through it. You have to get through it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you have to get through it. It's going to end in.
Your wife and son, they are lost to me now. The same pain sears both our hearts.
Brutality. Flawless victory.
That's right. It's going to end in that. It's going to end in a brutality.
Yeah.
But,
I don't see it going the distance either.
No. They said that. Darren Barker and them lot said, no, it's definitely not going the distance. It's impossible. But are you, AJ, I was saying to Kenny that this fight is going to be, AJ is going to be under a lot of scrutiny to see if he does better or the same or better. Because if he does worse,
yeah.
Yeah,
no, that's true. That's true. I mean, if he doesn't knock out Dillian, yeah, there will be some criticism, I believe. Especially, I mean, so he's got to win in good fashion. He does. Once again, it's kind of like the pressure's on him once again, just kind of like how it was for the Franklin fight.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why. But it's just that regarding Franklin, it's just I think that he's just an unknown variable. Maybe he's just an underrated tough guy, because now he went the distance with two top tier opponents and didn't get dropped or stopped. So that's kind of one I want to see how how he does going forward in other fights.
Yeah.
But then there will be criticism of AJ if he doesn't stop Dillian, I believe. I mean, he just has to. He just has to get the win, man. Just get past Dillian, get him out the way. It is what it is. I would like him to knock him out though. Personally, I kind of want him to go back to being a killer.
It has to be. If you don't knock him out,
he's a queen. He's a queen.
All he has to do is go out there and hit him with an uppercut. Then that's it. This should be easy. Just go out there and throw an uppercut. Bam, he's done.
No disrespect to your fighter, but it's been done a good few times.
Of course it is. Of course it has. There's no doubt. Even in fights he's won, he has been put on the floor. Is the uppercut the day?
Yeah, Oscar Rivas dropped him.
Rivas with an uppercut. Everyone knows that's his kryptonite. The fact is that there's a the fact is he wants a fight. AJ wants a fight as well. They both want to have it out. Let's see what happens. Dillian Whyte has got everything to lose. People say he's got nothing to lose. He's got his career to lose. People just think that he's just going to come there and give a good account of himself. Sorry, mate. This isn't like the third round of the FA Cup when Hereford's playing Liverpool.
Right.
This is a situation where it's all or nothing for him. Forget about Deontay Wilder and and AJ next, and whether AJ after he beats Deontay Wilder he fights Fury. Dillian Whyte shouldn't give a monkeys about that. This is his career on the line. Whatever he wants, whether he wants a big money days or get another shot at the title. If he loses this, his career, this is damage to his career. He shouldn't even worry about all of that. Go and do your business.
Yeah, do as best as you can.
And find a way to win. Don't just think, I'm gonna give a tear up. If you're gonna go in that attitude, then you might as well leave your chin hanging out and lose. Go there to win.
I've heard boring things. All right, let's go. The phone lines weren't open, but let's go. I'm going to have to start saying when the phone lines are open. Phone back, go on. phone back because I forget. Like, let me just put the phone lines on. Go on phone. Let me just let people know they can call in. Let's go. Come on, call in. Let's go. It's the weekly wrap up. Fucking shiggity show. Well, my people.
I mean, one thing I want to do is shout out AJ for calling Fury and Wilder on the BS.
Hang on, no, it's okay. Arlette be talking, yeah, and she don't realise that.
Yeah, always
connected on the thing yet. Kaboom! Arlette is the What up, R to the left, mate? Yeah, you may as well. Everyone may as well just call in. I don't mind. Come on, let's go. Let's go. What's
good?
Talk to me.
Evening, little sis. Hey, AJ. Hi, Kenny Ken.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah. What's happening? Talk to me, R.
I saw, I have the week off, but I just wanted to. I saw the interview. The press conference. Do you guys notice that Dillian White had on sunglasses the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it?
What do you think that means?
Yo, I don't believe he believes
that he could beat AJ.
Saying.
I know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just I always, and I like Dillian White. I do.
Yeah, you do.
But I just like when people wear sunglasses and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's so we can't see the truth. The truth that that you really may not can win. Yeah.
I just it seems like they, and even if AJ was the one that's wearing sunglasses and Dillian White wasn't, it's just I don't care who it is. Yeah. It just don't sit right
so
with me.
Confident. Yeah, I noticed it because I did notice it. I'm like, damn, it's not like it's an extreme. Yeah, you don't want us to read his eyes. You don't want us to see the deceit in the booties. Yeah.
And I just wanted to make a statement about Derek James. He only gonna have 2 weeks with AJ because of this Errol Spence thing. Because if this fight is on the 29th with Terrence Crawford,
they've been in camp for
2 weeks later.
Yeah, but they've been in camp for weeks. They've been in camp for weeks.
They're preparing for a while now.
They've been in camp since for the last month, 5 weeks.
Oh, so he just came back to. So where was this press conference? I thought this press conference was in the UK.
It was.
Oops.
Then he goes back on Wednesday. He says.
Okay. So I just didn't understand how it was going. Okay.
I mean, AJ was staying ready before the fight was even announced. He was in camp, preparing.
He was in camp before this fight was even announced, weeks before.
Yeah, I was just kind of concerned that maybe that Derek James wasn't giving AJ primary attention, which he shouldn't, because it's a way bigger chance that Spence will lose than AJ will lose. So he needs to give all his attention to Errol. But
it was just a matter of fact of just going on a private jet from Dallas to the UK, and he said he's back in Dallas on Wednesday. But
I think Derek James is giving most of his attention to Errol Spence. And
no, he's not.
I don't blame him. But...
No, but you don't know that though. You don't know that. You don't know that to be true. So AJ's already said today that he trains by himself in the gym, one-on-one with Derek James. He doesn't train with all the rest of the lads, with Spence and all of that. Okay. They all have their slots, and it's day-to-day slots. And he didn't need Derek James to fly out to hold his hand for this trip. AJ's always on a private jet. He's from England, so it's not like he's going on uncharted territories. He's like, Derek James, you stay there. You got to train. You could train Charlo and Thingy and Spence. I'm going to hop on a PJ, go to home, sit on the table with Eddie Hearn, do some press for 2 days, and I'll be back.
I'll be back in the day. Yeah.
Derek James is getting paid.
he didn't need Derek James to come for a 2-day trip to his own home country.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
that
true.
doesn't make sense. He's got other fighters to fight. If it, go and stay home. AJ's coming home. This is where he's from. He didn't need Derek James to come for 48
No,
hours.
it doesn't seem like he was like. That's just my.
Nah,
it didn't seem like he was really worried. I was just questioning some of the stuff. But
AJ seems very happy with Derek James. Everybody that was at the presser today, Darren Barker and that, they said that it looks amazing how they've really gelled. No, he's I don't detect any problems. I wouldn't expect Derek James to be. When do you see when do you see AJ doing most of his pressers with his trainer? Even when he had Rob McCracken post fight, but a lot of the times also it would just be him and Eddie sitting there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah, you don't have to drag him all the way down for a half an hour press conference. He's only got to
You notice Errol Spence and Jamal Charlo is a Anthony Joshua fan now?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Anyway.
I'm not sure. I don't know. He said he literally just does his thing and he does link up with them, but I mean, he said he trains separate to them, so they're all in separate things. So
he should.
Yeah, so I don't think it's all like every day they're all together. Yeah, so it's different time slots.
Yeah, we don't need AJ to be getting drunk and high.
No, we don't.
So yeah, stay away from him.
Anyway, come on.
Anyway, peace. I'll call you back.
All right. Shouts out to ALOT. Okay.
Damn, I forgot to ask her. I'm pretty sure she was picking Dillian to win, right? I was gonna ask.
No, I was picking AJ to win your nutcase.
Oh no, I thought because she likes Dillian, so
likes him, but no, not to beat AJ. No. ALOT, he thought you was picking Dillian White to beat AJ. No, not on this one. No, she talks about that. She likes Dillian White as she likes him. Remember, ALOT likes Dillian White.
No, I remember. That's why I thought she was going to pick him. So
no, but as a better fighter, no. She likes AJ better than White like that. Nah. Okie dokes. So what? So yeah, that's a good point that ALOT brought up about the shades. But Dillian White's got them shifty eyes. He does a lot of shades sometimes. How he came in. Let me ask you this. Did you think Dillian White looked in good shape? Because I didn't. He looked massive.
He kind of looked plump, honestly.
He looked fat.
Yeah, he looked like a little plumpkin. Like
he always looks like that.
And his head looks big.
He always looks like that.
No. He always says when he goes to America, he eats a load of junk food. I was like, I was watching it with someone and I was like, look how big Dillian White's coming on this. He looks massive. He looks too big. He looks way too big. But
Chad, like about the shades, like
what do you think about that?
I didn't read too much into it. I mean, he's just wearing sunglasses is all, I mean, and he did his usual stick, his entertaining jokes and stuff like that. So, I think he's.
I've seen him do a lot of press conferences without shades, and I've seen him do some with. I've seen him do with shades. Sometimes they come in and do it with shades because they sometimes inspire and they get a shiner on their eye, or like they've got a black eye. They've had a shiner, and sometimes they want to show.
But one thing also I wanted to address before I let called. I think I was saying that I just want to give props to AJ for finally calling out Fury and Wilder on the BS.
Shouts out!
It's about fucking time. You know what I mean?
He did. He said, "Why should I give a? I shouldn't give a fuck." But
he said, "I'm not wasting my time on these time wasters." That's what he said.
Time wasters. He said Wilder and Fury had time wasted enough of his career.
He's right.
He's not lying, is he?
He's right.
Unfortunately,
Tyson Fury's. Tyson Fury. I don't know what the hell is going. We know what's. Look, one thing we know for facts about Tyson Fury, he's not fighting. He's not fighting Usyk when he was meant to fight. He hasn't got any fights lined up. We don't even know he's going to fight Francis Ngannou. What we do know is that, a lot of people, Usyk's, manager or promoters is calling for him to restrict his belt because he rightly wants He wants activity. Let someone fight for the belt. You can't have a situation where you've got a champion in situ who doesn't want to fight. You know what
Correct. I mean? Yeah. I'm going to show you a bit of this. Shouts out. This is for education purposes. This is on Anthony Joshua's channel. He's a bit kinder.
Takes on course. I'll be there in the northeast. This is Josh Kelly.
Get to the face off.
Deliver those brilliant fights, and in Dillian we've got a world-class elite heavyweight who's fighting at the top of his game for a long time and been in with the best. And look, as you said, there's that rivalry that goes back to the amateurs through to the pro game, and now on August 12th there needs to be a final
Hang on, what is that? I can't even. That sounds like it's not. Buddy McGurk.
He's not synced up. No, yeah, he's the British guy's talking. That
thanks to Matchroom and our partners at 258, AJ, Freddie, and obviously Dillian and his team for the hard work over the last few weeks in making this fight happen.
No,
and yeah, make sure you.
No, I think.
What's
it's
happened?
not live. I think
what the heck? What's going on there?
From 258 management.
Hold up. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Everybody, come on.
August 12th.
Why is it not synced up? Ain't that weird?
Yeah, it is very strange.
Now, watch me under Derek James. We've had that.
Nothing synced. Hang on. Let me. Strange. Let's refresh the screen.
He says it was a poor performance. Really? Yeah, if you ask him about his performance, and most fights.
It's something here that I haven't done. Un momento.
I will try and whether he says that publicly.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Hey, try to refresh the page.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right. That is so weird.
Where's that ghost vocal coming from? Look.
He said no, it's a bad.
I think. Hang on. Let me stop sharing 1 sec. I think it's just got a. It's just a. 1 sec. Might be just something that's gone awry. Let's have a let's have a go again, shall we? Yeah, because I'm gonna show you. It. Unless, yeah, that's very strange. Very strange. Let me just see if it's No, it's still doing it. It's like it's not. It's like it's not the same. It's like they've got different voices on. It's like it's been.
It's like you mixed up the audio on different people or something. What the heck?
Ain't that weird? But I will just show you. I'll mute it. Yeah, it's just something that's gone wrong on maybe. It's funny. I watched it. I watched the presser on this, so I don't understand.
I watched it on Matchroom's channel. So.
Yeah, the thing is that Matchroom, they're bastards. They
Will they cut some stuff out?
No, that Matchroom will copyright claim me.
Yeah, they all do that.
Matchroom. Oh yeah. Got it.
So let's just have a look with no audio of the face off of what I want to see, and then you tell me about the shape that Dillian Whyte's in, or the lack thereof.
I mean, it's like he looks a little play. He doesn't look really trim, I want to say.
He's never body beautiful though, is he?
No. I mean, he's looked in shape for some fights. I mean, but some fights he hasn't. You know what I mean? Some fights he's looked in shape, but some fights he hasn't.
Yeah, Povetkin fight, he looked in good shape.
Let me see. I think the first fight he did. Yeah, that was like the best shape I've seen him in a while for the first Povetkin fight. Yeah. Really got in shape for that, because I think before that he fought Marius Wack, and he was horribly out of shape for that.
Yeah, Marius Wack, he was like.
He was like his career heaviest, I want to say, for that fight. 70-something pounds.
If they did that. In here. He likes that. He likes that American food. He says it. Look, he's massive. That's like, look, can you not see?
Yeah, I could see. He's not tucked in, is it? Like it should be.
No, he don't look in shape at all. And that Anthony Joshua don't even talk to him. Like he tries to say some stuff to Joshua. Joshua don't even respond. Joshua's like, whatever, I ain't got time for you today. And then because Joshua's been hearing him and he's saying of him, Eddie Hearn said Joshua's been hearing Dillian White over the last few weeks, slagging him off. Oh, he's weird, he's this and that. So I think Joshua, in my opinion, right, Joshua's trying to pretend that he ain't living. Oh, you know, if a knockout comes, we'll go for a knockout. You know, you got to that. And they even said it. Darren Barker, they're like, listen, Joshua hates Dillian White. You can see it in his face there, like, this guy can't stand him. And that's when you get the best Joshua. This is why it's key that we'll be able to see if this is the guy that you hate like you did before and you still, there's no dog in you. On this fight, the dog has left the building. It's a dogless building. Do you agree? This is going to be a decider. Okay, so, hello?
Yep.
Okay. I want to show you Dillian White lined up here with... Let's just get to him here. Where is he? Let's get White over here. Yeah, I just don't think he looks in good shape. I just think he looks massive. Well, if you had to guesstimate that weight, what would you say that weight is? Well, I do pounds. Eddie, Kenny's going to do stones. To me, he looks like he. Top part of the 260s, lower 270s.
He's 6'4", so I think he's going to carry a bit of. I reckon he's looking about 19 stone here.
That's what I said. If I had to say it in stone, I was like, he's definitely about 19 stone, which is about about 279? 278. That's what 19 stone is, AJ.
Yeah. How much is that? Say it again.
About 200.
19 stone's about 262. 266.
Okay.
Nah.
So I'm thinking about another month, he should be able to get down to maybe the 250s.
19 stones is about 270 something pounds. Tyson Fury was 19 stone for Wilder was it for Wilder 1 or 2? Which one was it? And he was in the 270s. He ain't getting down nothing, AJ. This Dillian White he don't make weight. He's not gonna.
What did he come in his last fight? What was he for the Tyson Fury fight?
Huh?
What was he for the Tyson Fury fight? How much did he weigh for that fight?
He was
light. He was light, right? Was it like early 250s? I want to say.
Yeah, 250s.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know about 250s.
Yeah, something like that. Early 250s. I want to say. If he can get down, I think he should be able to get down by that point by fight day. So at least, if not lighter. So.
Yeah. If you want to phone in, those are the numbers. If anybody wants to call in, US call in 917-410-8091. UK 079395300676. In the building. It's the weekly wrap up. Shiggity. Okie doke. Yeah, that's where we at, Jack. Any more on that matter? About anybody want to say more on that matter?
Good luck, Dillian. You're gonna need it.
Yeah. Ken, what percentage? What's your prediction? You may as well predict it, should you not? I will do.
Look, I think if I was put my money on it, I'll put my money on AJ winning by stoppage in the 10th round.
10 round stoppage, so 3 rounds.
But you know what? You know what? I'm going to change that. It's going to points. AJ wins on points. AJ is more a boxer now. He's trying to be more of a boxer than a fighter. So I think he said something that was poignant. He said there's two ways. He used the words fundamentals in his press conference.
He did. And I was like,
when I hear something about fundamentals, I'm saying it's a boxing fight.
I don't think he's gonna. It's everyone's quite in agreement. It's not going to points.
I think it'll go to points. I think AJ will try and shut him out and frustrate him. If that's what he's talking about, he's gonna want a dog in him. But look what happened in his last few fights.
He said that
he's been boxing more.
Yeah, nah, that's not happening with Dillian White.
Could do.
There's no way.
I hope it's like this, but I can't see it.
A comfy points decision. No, it's not.
Hey,
they're two big, massive heavyweights that hate each other.
This is the new AJ. The AJ who knocks people out. I haven't seen that. When was the last time I haven't seen him knock. Well, in fact, all these fights got the points since the Ruiz loss. Only one was only one fight. Only one fight was Pulev. All the rest of them all got the points.
And Dillian White's been knocked out all of the rest of them, so nothing's changed for him. So I don't see it's going to be Dillian White all of a sudden manages to outbox and stay up to par with AJ.
I don't think it's anything to do. I think it's AJ. He's going to try and box. I think he's going to box. I think AJ's going to look for openings. If they're not there, he's going to just try and win the points. I think this is the AJ we're looking at now. I don't know why, but the AJ I haven't seen. That's the AJ I've seen since was it 4 years now? I've only seen him knock out one person. All the rest of them, he's been points, and he's all tried to box. He tried to box when he fought. Who was he fight? Franklin. I didn't see him going for a knockout. He went for a box.
No, he said that was a poor performance.
He calls it a poor performance, but this poor performance. But he's the only person who's in charge of that performance. He didn't.
Yeah, it's a poor performance. What I'm saying is, Dillian White is not like Dillian White is a guy that continuously gets knocked out. It's not hard to beat Dillian White, a 35-year-old guy that he don't have no chin. He's never had a chin. And if you think this new AJ is going to be that, if you're giving Dillian White too much credence, if you think he can even keep,
I'm not giving Dillian White any credence.
He can't even keep up with an AJ in a boxing match. Even if AJ did box him, listen, Ken, stop. Stop.
AJ is talking about sweet science.
He's getting knocked out.
We have to wait and see. But the AJ I see is more of a boxer now. Why? I don't know why.
White has always been trash. Oh, God, poor baby.
Maybe yes, but AJ is not the fighter. He's not the animal that we love. He's not that fighter no more.
One consistent thing that is with White is he gets knocked out. Doesn't matter if it's like he's already been knocked out. So if you think all of a sudden AJ doesn't knock him out because AJ's been concentrating on fundamentals, and all of a sudden White is
wait and see. We'll find out in about 4 weeks' time.
If he's got fundamentals, or even if he don't, AJ was. Listen, it don't matter if you're the top level boxer or you're not. He got knocked out against a 42-year-old Alexander Povetkin, and he only beat him when Alexander Povetkin had COVID. If you think AJ don't knock him out,
remember, AJ got knocked out by
that's you in your own mind, Ken. There's nothing on record
AJ got knocked out by someone.
AJ can't knock out John White.
AJ got knocked out by Fat Man. Let's not forget.
And hold on, who's better?
AJ got knocked out by Fat Man.
Someone that was in their prime.
It doesn't matter. AJ still.
But hang on. Have you ever seen AJ been asleep? Because I've seen White asleep all the time.
But there's a difference between a stoppage.
There's a difference between a stoppage. There's a difference between a stoppage. Your guy's never even had a belt. So maybe it's not even the same levels. Even AJ said it. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to his shit. It don't matter if he's fat.
He lost a substitute as well.
Who did White get knocked out by? Oscar Rivas is tinier than White. Fucking Povetkin is shorter and smaller and older than White and got cleaned out.
Anthony Ruiz was not the first choice. He's meant to fight Gerald Miller, and he lost.
And you're the only one that believes in White. White's on the slide. He said, wow. You're using a regurgitative, and it's quite disappointing. It's quite disappointing that you're using a regurgitated narrative. What everybody says, who got knocked out by that guy? Who was that fat guy? Who was that fat guy?
But he lost
Who
to a
was that
substitute.
fat guy?
What's that?
Who was that fat guy?
Yeah, a substitute. Ruiz was he was not the first choice. AJ he was late notice. He won the heavyweight championship.
Okay. And did he get up every single time? Or was he asleep?
He got stopped in the seventh. He got stopped.
Or was he asleep? Okay, but was he asleep? He got stopped.
The referee stopped the fight. It's not enough to continue. Does it matter?
Was he asleep? It does matter. Was he asleep?
Right.
Was he asleep? Yes or no? Answer the question.
The referee asked me what to carry on.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? You can't answer the question because you're fanboying. You're fanboying right now. You're fanboying right now, and it's bad.
Four times, AJ.
Because you're saying, who lost to a fat guy? And then what happened?
He beat the fat guy.
And what happened? He beat the fat guy.
I know. And Dillian White avenged Povetkin. So what's different?
He beat the fat guy. He beat the fat guy. Your guy had only beat him on COVID.
It doesn't matter. Dillian White, all right. It doesn't matter. All right, we could say that Ruiz was overweight and he wasn't, and he didn't have any mobility.
That shows how elite Alexander Povetkin is. That he, even on COVID, that's the only reason why he got stopped.
Did his job the same way AJ did his job in a rematch.
We're not here to fanboy. Your guy gets knocked out. He gets every single time. We're not doing narratives. Or who got beat up by a fat guy?
It doesn't matter. AJ is not fallible. AJ is fallible now.
The Tyson Fury fanboys say time and time about AJ. Who got beat up by a fat boy? One, he didn't get beat up. He got stopped. Yes, he lost the fight. He got stopped. You're in your feelings because your guy gets put to sleep with a duvet. Anyway, here's the super chats. We ain't got time. It's not the Dillian White fanboy club. Upload type 199. Kenny. It's not the fanboy camp here. Sirens for El Primero. Plane about to take off. Yeah. Because Upload don't like for you. I give Dillian White this credit. He fights everyone. But we're not going to do this narrative that Dillian White all of a sudden can stand par to par. AJ will take it the distance because AJ's talking about fundamentals. And all of a sudden, Dillian White's got that much better that AJ all of a sudden can't knock out the glass jaw off. He can't knock his glass jaw off. That's how. Then if that's the case, then he may as well hang it up. If he can't beat White is trash. In my opinion, I share the same sentiment. White is rubbish. There's not many people that he's never won a world title. He's gone through everyone and still can't win a world title. Every time he loses, he gets knocked out and put to bed. So
he only fought for the title once, though. He fought against Tyson Fury.
Yeah, so what?
Tyson Fury's highly rated.
And he got knocked out.
I know, but is that a disgrace to lose against Tyson Fury?
He got knocked out to someone with hardly a percent. But is it a disgrace that you got knocked out? When is it when does it become a disgrace then? When you get knocked out?
It's never when a boxer loses a fight, it's never a disgrace.
A 5'10", a 6 foot. We'll give Povetkin maybe 6 foot. A 6 foot 42-year-old. So when is it the disgrace that you're getting knocked out cold?
He's never. It's
a disgrace that AJ gets he gets stopped, not slept. He gets stopped by someone that's in his prime because he's overweight, but in his prime. But White gets slept by a pensioner, but that's not the fanboying won't happen here. Not on my watch. Sorry, it's a disgrace. He gets stopped by old pensioners, and because you love him, that's acceptable.
No, do it. It's nothing to do with that.
They're not doing it here,
He won the rematch. He won the rematch and the fight with Tyson Fury.
Go ahead, AJ. Because Kenny Ken's fanboying and using regurgitated. Yeah. He's like, you got knocked out by a fat little Mexican. All Fury fans say that. I'm disappointed that you've even brought that to the table.
Well, Andy Ruiz can fight. He's a decent fighter. You know,
this is what I'm saying.
Ain't no shame in that. I mean, and look at his record ever since then. I mean, it's like he's only lost 2 times. You know, and with a very controversial loss to Joseph Parker. You know, so it's like a lot of people thought he won that fight. That's on the rewatch list, by the way. So,
according to Ken, getting knocked out and slapped by a 42-year-old isn't bad, but getting dropped multiple times but never slept by a 29-year-old, you lot are both the same age at that time, is disgraceful. But when it's Dillian White getting slept by a 42-year-old and uppercutted, all right, he won the Oscar Rivas fight. Povetkin, he only beat Povetkin because Povetkin had COVID
complications, yeah.
That was it. So which one? So how can you say that the AJ one's not impressive? Kenny Ken.
I never said any fights impressive. I'm just saying every fight, all fighters are vulnerable. Everyone has their bad nights, and everyone has as fights they should lose. AJ, you know, on paper, would you have had Ruiz a late substitute beating AJ? I didn't. No one did in boxing.
No,
that was meant to be. That was.
Ever.
Ruiz.
No, he doesn't walk into the ring. He doesn't do interviews 25 years later talking about the only reason why he lost was because he had an injury, like what we're hearing with Dillian White. Every single time he loses, he's talking about he's had an injury. Listen, what you keep the same Rasclar energy is what I'm talking about. What's good for you?
AJ never made them, but what never excuses after AJ lost against
excuses for your guy, and I'm not having
excuses like AJ lost against Ruiz about. Maybe there was a bit of injury. His dad was getting angry with Eddie.
He's never come out and said that. He's never come out and said it. He's never come out and said it. He's never come out and said it.
When a fighter loses,
come out and said it? Has he come out and said it?
He doesn't have to.
Has he come out and said it? Dillian White has come out and said it on numerous occasions. See, now you're not being fair. Now you're being a fanboy. AJ made excuses. Yes or no?
AJ made it.
Yes or no? Because you don't seem to them to answer yeses or nos all of a sudden. I said being slept or being stopped. Which is worse? Being asleep on the canvas or being stopped? You're stopped. You can't answer that. So now I'm saying, someone using...
What happens if Dillian White wins? What happens if Dillian White wins?
Nothing, because he ain't going to win, Ken. You know it. We know it. The end. So what I'm saying is, Kenny Ken, right? You're trying to make excuses.
No.
You're trying to make excuses, and everybody can see that you're doing it. That's why they're laughing.
I'm just saying, AJ. I'm just saying, AJ's not...
No. You're not holding it.
Like all fighters.
So true. Every fight he lose, he got KO. He's a bum. He loses he gets slept. And then you've got the feet. And then when he gets slept, guess what he says? Oh, because I had an injury. Well, mate, does your injury, was it to do with your jaw, your chin? Because that's the only time you slept, when your chin is your glass jaw's tapped. You and Amir Khan have to be related.
Both fighters been written off.
Him and Amir Khan have to be related. AJ's never been down by a chin shot. He's gone down by an equilibrium shot. Let's have that right, okay? Equilibrium shot. So let's just wrap this in a bow, Kenny Ken. You're fanboying now, and it's fine. You're fanboy.
I like AJ. I think there is a chance.
And it comes out every so often. It comes out every so often when you're a Fury and you're a fanboy for Dillian White. You know what makes someone a fanboy? When they can't be objective. When they say, my fighter can get beat up and stopped and his lights shut off by an old geezer and by everybody on the trot. But when your geezer gets dropped but never been asleep by in his prime guy, That's a problem. That's fanboying.
It's not a
Anyway,
problem.
we're moving along because we're everyone can see that you're fanboying. Yeah. Yeah, you are, Ken. You're being fanboyed. All right, say what you got to say, Ken.
I'm just saying that in terms of everyone's saying Dillian White's trash,
because he is. Go on.
The fact is, Dillian White has gone. Is like I said, had to do the hard yards. You're right. He felt the last hurdle. He's had to do the yards. But the fact is, it happens. He lost to Tyson Fury. I understand.
Who else has he lost to?
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me finish.
Who else?
I don't understand that. Dillian White, as soon as he lost to Tyson Fury, he's gone all the way from a contender to being trashed. I don't get it.
No, I said he could beat Jared Anderson, but I even removed that back, and I think Jared Anderson.
I don't understand what's happening.
Hang on, can I just say something? You're acting like Dillian White has only been knocked out once, and it was by Tyson Fury.
Yeah, but I never said. But what I'm trying to say, the respect for Dillian White.
Sorry, we don't all share it.
Is like he's finished.
Yeah, we don't share it, unfortunately.
And that's what I don't understand.
Why, we don't all share the love for him.
Fighters be finished when they lose.
All right. Time. Let's take a time.
I would. No, AJ, please don't time me out on my own show.
So sorry. No, I didn't mean it like that.
Thank you very much. Because me and you will have to toe in it. I'm not in the mood. I'll desecrate everybody in one foul swoop.
Sorry. That's not how I meant it. Apologies.
That's rude. So what I'm saying, Ken, if AJ, because I'm not fangirling, if AJ loses to Dillian White, or if AJ coasts at a points decision, in my opinion, AJ is done. But in your opinion, your guy can be because we don't share the same sentiment, and your guy's never achieved anything. Sorry, love. Well, I'm not fanning for my guy. I believe my guy beats your guy, as everybody else has, by the same method. But if my guy doesn't beat your guy, oh, please believe me, I'll be on here on the weekly wrap-up show with you saying my guy's done. You're fanning. You can't even remote.
What if he wins on points? Like I think it could go.
If who wins on points?
What if it goes on points then?
Who wins? If who wins?
AJ and Dillian White and AJ wins. Would you still
on points? Didn't you just hear what I said? If AJ does anything less than how he beat Dillian White the first time, he's done. Don't you hear what I'm saying? Because I'm not a fan girl. Because I tell the truth. He's done. Your guy is done. If AJ can't beat a done-out, washed Dillian White, then AJ is washed. Because in my opinion, which I've done multiple shows about it, Dillian White is washed.
But Franklin was he? But he fought Franklin,
and he was washed then. And it was
no. I'm not talking Dillian White. I'm talking AJ. He fought Franklin in a fight where he just got the win,
and it weren't good enough. It weren't good enough. It weren't. But because Franklin was a new opponent, we ain't got nothing to gauge it on. I already said, oh, well, this Dillian White fight's come through. If he doesn't hear me well, if he doesn't beat Dillian White how he did before in devastating fashion, right, he is done. Point blank, period. Dillian White has amounted. Shouts out to Dillian White. He did a bit. He come from kickboxing. His footwork is trash. His balance is trash. He's got a good left hook, good right hook. I can't say Dillian White is one of the most fundamentally sound heavyweights. He's never had a world title. He's had an interim title. Every time he's been stopped, he's been knocked cold, clean, not by always the top level of competition at the time when they're top. So that is what I'm saying. So you can't seem to say, you're bringing the narrative of what a Tyson Fury fanboy said, you got knocked out by a little Mexican guy, fat Mexican. So what? Your guy got knocked out by someone that was ridden. He only got a win because he had COVID. He got stopped, Ken. So let's just keep the same energy. I keep the same energy. I can critique my guy. Your guy seems to be all of a sudden above reproach. And what I'm saying is, I'm here to do with stats, facts, and data. You may not like it, but that's what we deal with here. Everybody's got an opinion, but I deal with stats, facts, and data.
I deal with facts, figures, statistics, reality.
That's what I deal with. Stats, statistics, data, it's reality. And every time Dillian White's been stopped, it's been not by the highest level of competition. Okay, Tyson Fury. But he's always slept. So I'd rather be knocked about on my ass. And guess what? Within that fight, the fat little Mexican, I was the first one to ever put that fat little Mexican on his ass. Okay, in all his career. And then he's never been floored like that. He's been dropped by our what's his name?
Ariola.
Yeah. But until we've seen Wilder asleep, we've seen Dillian White asleep. This is what I'm not going to have. Just because you lot love Furies, you lot love Wilder, you lot love White. Our guy ain't been to sleep. Kaboom. Use lot's guy has. The end. That's it. And if I do see my guy asleep by a Dillian worked out White, washed out White, AJ, you got to leave the building. It's as simple as that. Go ahead, AJ, now that you use being a referee.
I'm good. I have nothing to add.
You got nothing to add. You was just refereeing.
Just trying. I mean, I wasn't trying to time you out, Chan. I was just saying, let's just take a break for a minute. Let's just breathe.
Right. This is what the show does. The show's about discussing. It gets passionate. We discuss. There's no love lost. But when someone's fanning, and Kenny Ken does tend to fanboy, and he does. He got a little bit irate, but he had to come right back and fanboy when it comes to his guy. He's saying that basically it's different when his guy loses and it's different when AJ loses. And that's what I'm sick of, that narrative. Because it's not. It's just really not. Time in. Yeah. So now everybody realises we're at an even level playing field here, and that we won't go with narratives. The thing is hearing, but he got beaten by a fat little Mexican. You could do better than that, Kenny Ken. Your knowledge of the sport's better than that. You're better than that, mate. Then bringing them Tyson Fury narratives over here. I hear it all around, and we know that is not even accurate. And unless you really feel like that.
No, I no. What I'm trying to say is that
it's just narratives.
I still think there's mileage in both fighters.
We didn't say there isn't mileage in AJ. Yeah, we didn't say that. Nobody's saying there's not mileage in AJ until they watch this fight.
Yeah, but I think even if AJ loses, AJ loses.
It's who you lose to. It's who you lose to. If he's taken off the rematch clause, that's how confident. He's like, rematch, take that off. Because if I can't beat him, there'd be no way that. What am I trying to do Deontay Wilder for? Don't you get it? If he can't beat Dillian White, we don't even know where Deontay Wilder is in this game. Because he's
waiting for his payday in the Middle East. That's what I assume he's doing.
Yeah, but we can say
again. I've heard rumours that he's going to fight Ruiz. I don't know what's going on with with Deontay Wilder. You know, maybe he might need a fight before December or January.
Who's he fighting?
I heard it was Ruiz, and I've heard nothing. It was Ruiz last time. That Ruiz money was offered.
Yeah, and he's fighting Andy Ruiz now. Nothing's been announced.
Deontay Wilder's accusing Andy Ruiz of not taking his terms and listening to his
they're going back and forth about purse splits and all this crazy stuff. So it's like, what the heck? I mean,
yeah.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I just can't wait to
Still fighting to this day.
To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm.
Hate it.
I can't wait to the fight now.
Yeah, because watch, when we come back on the Monday and your guy's got pillow and duvet under his head and on top of his body, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna see what football's on and see if I could disappear.
Yeah, because it's gonna be Shan's gonna be.
Well done. Outstanding. Impressive. Excellent.
Ken, I'm coming to give you a
Fatality.
Your wife and son, they are lost to me now. The same pain sears both our hearts.
Brutality. Flawless victory.
Ken, you're getting duppied. Or this is what's gonna happen. Just take a day off on that Monday, Ken.
Look, you know what? You know the situation is.
Yeah.
The situation. I haven't bought a ticket for the fight. I haven't bought me pay-per-view, but the fact is, I don't. When
Have you got a ticket? Did you get one?
No, it's sold out.
It's sold out.
It went on sale on Friday, and it's sold out.
Yeah, I know.
It's sold. It's sold. Not even.
Waiting to see your guy get knocked out.
Yeah, mate, I don't know about that. We know why. We know why this fight is sold out. Two reasons it's sold out. One, because of Anthony-Joshua.
They want to see him get knocked out.
No, that's not my reason. My second reason is that British boxing fans have looked at two fighters who want to fight. Two fighters have fought for world titles. One who won the title twice. One who fought for the title once. And they're thinking, well, you know what? The fighter that we would let to believe that is the best fighter of all time, blah blah, and he's had great hope. He's let us down now, so stuff him. We're going to go to the fighters who we used to support.
Who we can see get knocked out. Yeah.
Now we're going to see the fight and see what happens. And
who does Dillian White fight after he gets knocked out, Ken? Who does he come back and fight?
Well, you've got to take one fight at a time, haven't you?
Who would you like to see him fight? Because he's got a good. He's fought a lot of people. Who does Dillian White fight? AJ, don't sit there in the cut. It's called a conversation. When you wasn't supposed to be saying anything, you were saying time out. Now it's time in. You're not saying nothing. You're sitting there quiet.
Y'all are talking. I mean, I'll give my input.
Yeah, we'll speak. It's a discussion.
I think that I have an idea.
My patience is wearing super thin right now.
Sorry?
Lying. I said my patience is wearing super thin because there's three of us on the panel. Speak. It's a panel. I shouldn't have to keep going this and that and that. You're sitting there and you're not saying anything. It's just me and Kenny.
I don't want to needlessly cut in. It's just but if I could, okay.
Just cut in then.
All right, okay. Then in that case, I think that Dillian White should probably fight the Zhang Joyce loser. Maybe whoever loses the Zhang Joyce fight, that should probably be Dillian's next fight if he does lose. I mean, I have him losing too, so but maybe you could take on the loser, I suppose, and maybe like a true crossroads fight or something.
Who?
The loser of Zhang and Joyce. Whoever loses, Dillian could fight him next.
And I'd have him losing that fight too.
Yeah.
Once Dillian White becomes a gatekeeper, who does he fight? All right. Who does Dillian White? Have we did this already? Have we said who does Dillian White?
No. We had Dillian White in a top 10 of the. We had our top 10.
We have to. You know why we have to? Because even AJ said it. The heavyweight division at this moment in time is piss poor. We ain't got. It is.
That's because of one person, though. The reason why it's piss poor is because of one person.
It's because of your people. It's because of your.
Yeah, but it's because of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury doesn't want to defend his belts against top fighters. He only wants to fight. He only wants to fight his mate Deontay Wilder, who only wants to fight his mate Tyson Fury, and they just want to just do this like little. They just want to just swing and let's see who comes up top, and and that's how they all want to make money. Don't know. AJ wants to fight everyone. Dillian White says he wants to fight everyone, and that's the reason why the division isn't what it is. The problem, and that's why you got to shake your hands to the Saudis for wanting to do something. All right, new kids on the block, but when even they're dreamers. They're dreamers. If they're saying I want Wilder versus Fury, Usyk versus Wilder versus AJ, Usyk versus Fury, and the winner fights. That's good for the heavyweight division, surely. Surely it's a super series without a super series.
Yeah, it's
can you think about it? Look what he did look what the super series did for the cruiserweights. He saved that division. Look what happened to the super middleweights 5 years ago with eventually like Callum Smith won. If you have these kind of fights, where everyone fight, and you have a tournament start fight, it saves the division. What hurts? Because there are fighters out there. The only reason why the division's looking like trash is because no one's fighting each other. Everyone wants to fight. Everyone wants to fight for some imaginary title. Everyone wants to fight a mandatory for a title that's not the world heavyweight title. Everyone wants to build their titles, and that's why divisions are suffering. You know what I mean, and that's the thing with boxing.
It's not even that the division's not good because people. It's just the quality of the division. I mean, if you come up with which we have with a top 10, there's not that many people to pick from. Is why you would pick what I don't understand why Dillian White. Is it fair to say? Answer me, you lot.
What?
Is it
What's
fair
up?
to say Dillian White is still a top 10 heavyweight because he's good enough to be a top 10, or is that the division isn't that good, so you've had to put him in?
But I think he is ultimately. I think he's still top 10, maybe lower tier, maybe lower in the 10s. I want to say that, not top 5 currently. I don't think, but
not top 5, but he used to be top 5.
Well, before he lost to I'd say probably Povetkin, he was top 5.
Yeah,
like way back in 2020. So
you could have had him a number. I think there's an argument before he lost to Povetkin that if you said not 3 or 4, I don't think anyone would have argued with 3 or 4.
No, I wouldn't have argued. I don't think so.
Because at that time, Usyk wasn't in the picture. He wasn't in the picture. It was
no, he wasn't. He still hadn't. He hadn't beat AJ yet, or even Chisora at that point.
But do you think the team? I mean, the division is got like bursting with talent, like. Is it?
They're not fighting each other. We don't know. They're not fighting each other.
Yeah. That's the exact. Like that's true. It's like nobody's fighting. So it's like we can't really tell who stands out per se. You know.
We you know what it is, right? We don't know how good Sang is. We don't know how good Helkovic is. We don't know. We only thing we're confident in our opinions of the boxers is that Jared Anderson is not ready. That's all we know. We know we don't know how good Hunter is.
I mean, is Anderson even top 15?
Yeah,
like, could we say that? You know.
Well, he's top 10 in 3 of the sanctionings, is he not? Yeah.
He is. He is. I mean, but he's not even in the top 10. The last I checked, he's not. So you know.
And I thought he was top 10 in the 3 sanctioning bodies.
No? Oh, 3 the sanctioning bodies, yes. I mean, but just the consensus top 10, he isn't there. So. Yeah.
It's like like the fight between Zhang and Joe Joyce. That's good for boxing. Don't you think the first fight we saw was Zhang and Joe Joyce? That's good for boxing. The rematch is good for boxing because these are fighters who are trying to get into that top level, and they're fighting each other. And whoever wins that fight it then has a chance to go and fight the big boys. You know what I mean? And I think that's what boxing needs. Like Dubois, I personally think he's not ready. Nothing personal. I like Daniel, but do you think he's ready to fight Usyk?
No, absolutely not. No.
What you, LadyChann?
Say that again, Ken. Sorry, I was reading.
Do you think Daniel Dubois is ready? Is ready to fight Usyk?
I don't even know why they even like. They just all lied. AJ's like, I'll give him a chance. Who gives what chance? And then AJ said a puncher's chance.
That's what I give him.
Listen, if I see Daniel, that will be the biggest upset of not only the year. Would you lot agree? The decade.
Yes. Would that be good? Would it be good for boxing, though? If he did win it, though.
Well,
go ahead, AJ. You go ahead.
Well, it depends on what happens afterwards. If he wins, I assume that Frank is going to probably protect him at all costs. Because he
won't let him fight Tyson Fury.
No, I mean, what would that? I mean, oh yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, that could happen. I mean, it'll probably put him in against Tyson Fury next year. That could happen, but that'll be it. I mean,
it'd be bad for boxing.
I mean, but Daniel is just a pawn. He's just a pawn that he's being used. That's all he is. That's all he is.
Yeah,
you know? And he's just a pawn at this stage.
Yeah, if Dubois wins and then he has to fight, then all of a sudden that Tyson Fury gets away with not fighting Usyk. Nah, and fights Dubois. Nah, mate. Frank and the belts are all held up over there.
Oh, I didn't give it any thought. You're talking about you don't want the titles in Queensberry hands because once Frank's got it,
He's already got one title and it's fucking up the place already.
But then if Dubois wins, he'll have them all. Then he'll probably make an in-house fight, which that's probably what he really wants. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, but all right, how much percentage do you lot give Dubois to beat?
I'll let you guys go first.
Honestly,
you go.
Honestly, -2. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So virtually no chance at all. No chance.
That is being bad, right?
Truth be told, this will probably be Usyk's easiest fight. If I'm being honest, probably one of his easiest. I'd be surprised if he even bothers to train.
Ooh, that's brutal.
7%.
I envision it as a light sparring session. You know, if Usyk win, he could easily win on points, but if he wants to stop Daniel, he could do that as well. I believe so. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be harsh, but that's just the way I see it going. I don't know.
I believe
How's Daniel's knee? How's his knee?
I don't know.
What's your old friend? We're gonna have to ask him because they'll only come out years later and say they had an injury when they walked into that fight. So
I don't know. Are we going by Daniel's potential, or are we going by the last fight where he got dropped 3 times but got up and won?
I'm taking both into account. I'm going by both.
I just don't think Daniel Dubois. I don't know. It might be me, but I just don't think Daniel Dubois is that good.
But it's a mismatch. This is a mismatch.
Yeah. I don't think.
Personally, I think this fight is 2 years early for Daniel Dubois. I think it's 2 years early. I think it's 2 years early for him.
It could be 2, 3, 5. Like he's never beaten Usyk, like ever. Has
he had 20 fights yet? Has he had 20 fights yet?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't
had 20 fights yet.
No, he hasn't.
18, 20.
He's getting close. He's getting close.
How many fights did he have when he lost to Joyce? How many fights did he have when he lost to Joyce?
He's between 18 and 20.
Let me check. Hold on. Let me see.
I think he's like between 18 and 22, something like that.
Yeah.
Between them two, between 18 to 20.
I mean, he doesn't have 20 yet, though. I know that much. So
18.
Let me see. He's got. Oh no, he does. He does have 20 fights.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, he does. So I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, my bad.
How many fights has he had?
He's at 20, and he's just lost 1. So
21 then.
I think it's 20. Too early for. I think.
He's got 20. He's got 20. He's got 20. But out of those 20, he's just lost 1 fight. So just 19 wins, 1 loss. So
20 fights. Yeah.
The sound back Daniel Dubois. I don't know. I don't want to. I like the guy. I don't want to insult him, but I just get this feeling like he comes across as a pupil who needs someone to tell him what to do, like to coach. Like a tennis coach that coaches you from the sidelines when you're not allowed to do it. It's like
so he's got no IQ. You mean?
I think he's got boxing IQ, but he hasn't. How do I say it without saying? You know when I don't know without insulting a guy. There's some people, right, who need to be held who needs their hands held.
Yeah.
And Daniel comes across as that he needs his hand held. You know, he needs reassurance. He needs someone to tell him what to do. Without him, I get a feeling he doesn't know how to work out for himself. Like the Joe Joyce fight, even though he caught Joe Joyce, I thought he was ahead on point. There were certain things that he didn't know how to work out himself how to deal with the jab. He didn't, you know what I mean? Like some fighters will know what to do in terms of defense.
He's young, maybe.
He couldn't make adjustments. You mean?
He's like he was looking around at Martin Bowers as to say, what do I do now? When
bad
as a fighter, you should know what to do. If a guy just winning on one punch, and you're getting repeatedly caught, I just looked at it and I thought, Daniel, mate, come on, mate, do better.
Yeah, he don't have any head movement though either. So. I just don't think he's just that good, man. I don't know.
Fuck you! Get this! Well, get come! Be a bitch!
Yeah, I just don't think he's that.
The thing about it,
Hated it.
You want to get excited about this fight. Like, look at the fight. Look what happened with me and you over Dillian White and AJ.
It was test your might, test your skill. Yeah. Fatality.
We probably took an hour talking about a fight that, let's face it, was done 7 years ago. But with this fight, there was nothing to talk about. There's not really much to analyze because we think Usyk has to turn up, and all he has to do is that if he wants to knock him out, he'll knock him out.
If he wants to go to points, it'll go to points.
We went in, Ken. We went in.
We went in. It's not just the fact that we think there was at class. The promotion of it is terrible. No, why are they selling this fight? It's a world heavyweight title fight. It's a British guy fighting one of the best fighters I've seen in a long time, and yet no one's promoting it. Why isn't anyone promoting it? Why isn't anyone? Why isn't people getting? Why is it that two fighters one from Watford, born in Finchley, one from born in Jamaica but brought out of Brixton, non-title fight is getting more airtime than the world title fight? What's going on here?
It's a unification.
Why? What's going on?
Yeah, fatality.
I had to prompt you to talk about this fight as well. You didn't have it in your titles. What's going on?
Let me put you on the screen to yourself.
What's happening? I don't get it. This is a world title fight. Jared Dubois is his biggest moment against Usyk, who really wanted to fight Tyson Fury. Didn't get to fight Tyson Fury. He's in Poland. This is a British fighter. A British fighter is fighting for the world heavyweight title, and yet we're talking about a guy who's looking for. He's not even fighting for a world title in his next fight. He's fighting Deontay Wilder in order to beat Deontay Wilder to get another shot at the world title fight. We're fighting about a fighter who had his chance at world title level, but lost. A fighter that we know that the uppercuts is kryptonite. They're both fighters who fought 3 times. We shouldn't really care about this fight, yet we spent an hour or a whole show talking about a fight that's not a heavyweight title fight. Yet Daniel Dubois, a British fighter and a prospect who's only lost once, his biggest fight. Who is his promoter? Who's his manager? They should get sacked. It's fights in 7 weeks. In 7 weeks, and I should be tripping over my phone. I should be going on Sky Sports and going on every boxing channel talking about it. All I've heard was Usyk talking about what's going on in Ukraine, and now he's proud of his homeland. That's not.
I saw him giving away a car on a car competition.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand this. What is wrong with this? Is a British fighter.
I actually know a guy who has Daniel winning. You can believe that.
You do.
I need to meet him.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding.
I need to meet him.
I would tell you is that you guys don't know him, but he's. I mean, like literally, I think he's just trolling still. But like, I've tried to press him. It's like, stop playing, dude. It's like, why? But he's dead serious. He has Daniel winning somehow.
Yeah, but if an American fighter was fighting for world title, and he's fighting Usyk, one of the who a lot of people think will beat Tyson Fury, wouldn't there be some sort of excitement in the United States?
With what? Say that again.
If Usyk was fighting an American fighter, an American prospect, say Usyk's fighting Jared Anderson, wouldn't there be some excitement?
Would be very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it not, AJ, in America?
Yeah.
With Usyk, like
I think honestly, that's a better fight on paper because I think Jared Anderson's a lot better than Daniel Dubois. So
of course.
Yeah. So that's a much better fight on paper to me.
Yeah, on paper, like John Ross got the more experience. Like, you know, James Dubois, who we think is not ready, he's fighting for world heavyweight title fight. Jared Anderson has been like, who I don't think is ready. Yeah.
I mean, are you saying that who would you favor in the fight between Anderson and Dubois?
I'm so
done. You know what? If I was British, if I was biased, I would say I don't know, because I should be saying the guy with more experience is to be Dubois.
But come on, sure. but you know.
I'm not sure.
Really?
I think Gerald Anderson beats him because.
Okay, there you go. Okay, okay. So do I. I mean, yeah, it's just. I mean, talent wise, Jared is a lot better. I mean, that's all. Than Daniel, way better.
And you know the thing about Gerald as well. Daniel's bigger, but the thing with Gerald doesn't need a trainer to tell him that tell him when to switch hit. He works out himself.
Yes.
And that's why he'll beat. That's why he'll beat.
IQ, a much better IQ. IQ's a lot higher.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, but one.
See, like I think the truly gifted fighters, like it's like they don't have to always rely on the trainer to tell them what to do. They just know. They know instinctually to know, like how to win a fight and what adjustments to make without them telling them. That's like Crawford, Haney, Usyk, guys like that. It's like they have truly like elite IQs where like they may need some advice, but mostly they know what to do in there on their own.
You know that thing we're talking about elite fighters. I think one of the things is that I thought 2 weeks ago we kind of struggled, and I think it's good because it's like in any sport. Okay. I think sometimes when you talk about world-class sportsmen, that tag gets bandied about unnecessary and undeservedly. There's only very few elite sportsmen out there, and there's fewer elite boxers. There's at present. There is. Most boxers have the same kind of ability. Some boxers are ex sportsmen from other disciplines that just got into boxing because they're big and strong and they learn on the job.
Yeah,
there's very few elite fighters, and I think the fighters you mentioned, AJ, they're levels above what their competition. And I think when you talk about boxing, when you talk about elite boxers, in terms of like boxing IQ. There's some elite fighters we talk about who don't always display that boxing IQ. They're elite in other levels in terms of like their destructiveness at the highest level. But when I look at Daniel Dubois, I see someone who's got all the fundamental, all the attributes that do well at this level, but just doesn't know how to do it. And that's going to kill him at the highest level. There's a bit. I say it respectfully. There's a bit of a Frank Bruno in him.
Oh, big time!
I mean, because like in hindsight, the Joe Joyce fight like that. In hindsight, that shouldn't have happened. Probably, like you know what I mean. That was way too much too soon. You know.
Yeah. 2.0, but he's Bruno 2.0. They keep saying that Joshua is. I don't know. All right.
Joshua's nothing like Bruno. What the heck are people talking about?
I know. I'm not sure. I feel Daniel Dubois more.
I could concur with that. I'd say Daniel Dubois more like Frank Bruno, not AJ. Like what the heck?
AJ's the different. AJ's he talks like the way AJ talks. He talks like Lennox Lewis was talking about. The way Lennox Lewis used to talk about boxing 30 years ago, and the way Lennox Lewis conducts himself in press conferences, and the way he spoke articulately, that there's a bit of a Lennox Lewis in AJ in terms of the way he talks about the sport and the way he talks about life.
Yeah.
They're very intelligent, deep thinkers.
Yeah.
Where you get the feeling that they've learnt in life. They've, you know, you can tell that they've educated themselves as an adults, where they've relaxed a bit more and they've learnt themselves. Like they had life lessons. Remember, Lennox Lewis, he left London when he was 12, and his mum left him in London to go work in Canada, and then came and got him, and then he was estranged from his family. Anthony Joshua, you know, basically ran around, got himself in problems. But as adults, as they approached their boxing, they brought class and the way they spoke. So there's a bit in them.
Yeah, but I do think that sometimes when you hear Anthony Joshua speak, it's just like, it's a bit like, sometimes it's a bit like, mate, it's cryptic all the time. You have to try and.
Lennox is like that. Lennox is like that. Yeah, but Lennox is like, but yeah, they're professional. They're professionals. Lennox and Anthony Joshua, in terms of their youths, is very similar, to the extent that, you know, the Lennox that a lot of people knew from East London and his early years in Canada was a fighter, a bad guy. Anthony Joshua, if you talk about the Watford days and Finchley days, he was the people who knew him on the streets knew him as a bad nose, a hard nose, a bad boy,
naughty.
But as they got in, you know, got into the media and limelight, they learnt quickly that they brought out the other side to them. It's always been there, but they're homies in East London and Canada, and in Watford and didn't see that. And I think being in the spotlight, that's how they nut themselves, and that's why when you talk about Anthony Joshua and he talks about it, so I think you know, I think he, you know, when he, you know, by getting rid of McCracken and you know, like I said, changing train, it's because he wants to think, hang on here, I've let a lot of people try and, you know, tell me blah 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 blah. I need to be able to win myself, win the fight, but work out for myself. And I think that's where he's trying to grab the power back. And who knows, it could get him back to the, you know, winning the world title for the third time sounds brilliant. But
can you do it?
I don't. Why not? Well, he has to.
White, you can't. Then that's our whole point. If he doesn't beat White, God.
Well. The thing is that Lennox Lewis had something similar, didn't it? Remember when Lennox Lewis lost to Oliver McCall? He got written off. When he lost to Ratman, he got written off.
Yep.
So their journeys are similar. They are similar.
But it's time's a bit different now, though. It's not like that now. And can we make it like that again? I don't think with this, how boxing's got all these nuances, that it can absolutely even be judged like that. Or
I mean, because back then social media didn't exist, and now that it does, people are a lot more. The fan bases are a lot more harsh and more critical. You know,
I think with boxing as well. In Lennox's times, and I say it respectfully, in Lennox's time, a lot of people who went to boxing, a lot of them were what I call boxing fans who loved the sport. There wasn't, I say it respectfully, there wasn't football, there weren't fans of other sports like football fans going to boxing who, and I say it respectfully, some of them, because I'm a football fan, I'm a bigger football fan than I'm a boxing fan. You know this, everyone knows this.
Yeah.
But what's happening is I think what's happening is that with social media, because social media, we assume that everyone in social media is the majority when they're the noisy minority. But the fact is that people listen to the noisy minority, and a lot of people on social media are what I call like casuals. And I think that's the thing. Probably the thing with boxing, and our argument with Dillian White and Anthony Joshua, the casuals have influenced a lot of people's thinking, where people, general boxing fans, it clouds the judgment. And I think that's the thing with why you say it's different, is because casuals, no one listened to those casuals, no one listened to them. They were nowhere. You know, we didn't know who they were, but now because of social media, now because of every boxing channel, and now because celebrities go to boxing, that's where, you know, it's different in terms of like, we feel that, you know, it's easy to write off a fighter now. Because
all they got to do is go the distance against like a nondescript guy or not look good. Okay, he's trash. Bye bye.
Dillian White.
I mean, it's like regional Bridges just went to this Korea guy, and it's like I couldn't believe some of the shit that people were saying on Twitter about him. Like after that, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Like really?
Yeah, it's the new age. It's different. Anyway, let's just
let's not forget one thing. I say it respectfully, all three of you, both of you. Not so much me, because I do got to fight. A lot of people like yourselves who are boxing people, you don't make fighters money. I'm sorry to say, you don't make Aiton Joshua money.
No.
You don't. Neither do you, AJ. You don't make Dylan White money. I do in a funny sort of way because I like live sport. But a lot of the people like like you sporting icons, you're more likely to go and report on the event. But if the event wasn't happening, you guys are not going to pay £27 to go and watch a fight pay-per-view. What? Nah. You're not going to pay to go and watch it fight. And what? That's prices. But these pork chops we call casuals will. They make the fight money. They're more important than me and you now.
Yeah, basically. You're not lying. Yeah, that's right. That's the way it's gone. The casuals, well, they're just pandering to casuals. Everything's pandering to casuals.
Why do you think YouTubers are making money? It's because they know that they got a guaranteed casual support.
It depends. Yeah, it depends.
And they can promote themselves well, and they can promote themselves better than fighters. These guys are all essential. They're actors. KSI is an actor. Logan Paul, Jake Paul are actors. They're performers.
Yeah. God, yeah, that's what it's got to. It's WWE levels.
And they know how to sell themselves because if you've got all these many subscribers and all these sponsors sponsoring your show, like KSI right now, he could be having breakfast with you right now.
Yeah,
and you could be talking about your music career, and that can get about 5 million views.
I know.
That's the power of these people.
And they get them amounts of views in it's just ridiculous.
I mean, this is why, can you just say like KSI, Jake Paul? It's like even though they're boxing, it's like they're playing boxing. They're not actual boxers, more or less. I mean, because even though it's like they haven't. I mean, see, I'm saying I've always said this, and I'm maintaining this. I'm not going to rate, Jake Paul or KSI as actual boxers until they beat one. It's a simple bet. And credit to Jay, he tried to fight Tommy Fury, but he lost. He's
Tommy Fury. Anyway,
I was actually picking. I was picking. I mean, it's funny, Chad. It's like the day of the fight, I actually switched my pick.
I picked Jake Paul, mate.
No, I was. I mean, but the day of the fight, I actually changed my mind. Even though I still wanted Jake to win. I mean, I did. I was hoping he'd pull it off.
You guys don't like the Furies, do you?
No,
I like Fury. I like Peter. That's the only.
Everyone loves Peter.
Peter's the only Roman. He's the only Roman that keeps it 100.
He's the only real one. All the rest of the others.
Peter and Huey are genuine people. They're not circus acts.
Yeah. That's why I like them. That's why I like him. Hang on. Anyway, this is the weekly wrap up. Shiggity show. Before we dipped on the, I'm not sure if you've caught up with the. Did you see the All Access? Spence and Crawford.
No, I caught some. I didn't finish.
Oh no, you didn't see it.
I'll let you guys take over from that.
Who's seen it? Who's on the panel that has seen it? I don't know.
Yep, I tried to watch it last night at work, but it was a busy night, unfortunately, so I didn't get much time.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna catch it. I will watch it. I will watch it though.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
But feel free to give it away. I mean, tell us about it.
Give it away.
It was so Spence has got a nutritionist, the same one that got him in shape with Ugas, but he doesn't look the same. He's complaining about just making weight seems to be very hard for him. And
oh boy.
Speaking to who did he speak to? He was speaking to someone, I can't remember who it was. And basically he was just like, after this first Crawford fight, he's moving up. He's moving to 154. So I don't know if that means the rematch if he calls for a rematch, it's going to happen in it's going to happen at 154. But he can't stay. He's busting at the seams. I say he's massive. He's massive for the weight. Yeah, he's basically, guys. He's in. This is what I've realised. Shouts out to Joseph Bailey. He's in fat camp, and it's always a bit.
He always now at this point.
It perturbs me when you see a fighter that they're doing for arguably the biggest fight of their career. They're in fat camp.
I mean,
yes,
it could be argued that
he's in fat camp.
I mean,
and did you see it, Candice? Thanks for joining me, Cal. Candice. Can't hear her.
Damn, Al got her.
She's muted. She's muted her.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Did you see that All Access?
I saw maybe snippets of it on my Twitter or Instagram. I'm seeing like little snippets of it, but I mean, I've been seeing like the little stuff with Crawford. I mean, I saw like bits and pieces of Spence, but I mean, Crawford is more ready than Spence does. So
Bud looks ready. He already looks in shape because he doesn't go out of shape. Spence is on that thing, looking like he's suffering, mate. Yeah, like but he's got a good nutritionist. But I mean, he doesn't look. He don't look this in the Ugas fight. He looked cut up and he looked good in this fight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so far he looks a bit. I don't know what the aesthetics. He looks a bit different. He looks a bit more haunted, more drained.
It's kind of like he was toned for the Ugas fight, but now like I mean maybe he'll look different at the weigh-in, or maybe like he still has time, but it's like but for this he's not really looking toned or chiseled or anything like that as of now.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't look toned or chiseled, and you've got the same nutritionist. And the fact that he's doing a fat camp is a bit worrying. Yeah, I was just like, yo, boy, you're doing fat camp. One's doing a training camp and one's doing a fat camp.
When was this filmed though? Was this filmed recently? A few weeks ago?
Yeah, because it goes up to the part where it's the first presser.
Right.
That they
Yeah.
had in New York and all.
I mean, but Bud stays in shape all year round. I mean, we go back like a month or two. He's in camp with Keyshawn, looking chiseled in shape, with Shakur, all this kind of stuff. So Bud, he's always in shape, so we ain't got to worry about him. But Spence is like, but Spence is like, man, like, what? I mean, because it's arguable to say that he's been in fat camps for the longest time. Because I remember, like, when he was going to fight Sean Porter, he got as high up to like the early 190s before that fight. When he was going to fight Sean Porter, so he had to drain like almost 40 plus 50 pounds, damn near. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a fat camp. You have to lose 60 pounds, but yeah, that is all because it's part one, isn't it? It's going to be in a couple more parts. Part two is coming. Yes. So yeah, I mean, they're good family men though. I do like to see how they are with their kids and their families and stuff like that. Bud's dad is in shape. He was doing because they're at Colorado, so they're fighting. They're at training at high altitude, so they're doing all of them steps up. Bud's dad's right next to him, doing it as well. Spence's dad's. I saw Spence's dad at Father's Day, so they're tight with their dads. But Bud and his dad they just look in shape. Like the old man's coming up the steps. He don't even look like he's missing a beat. So yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to like. That's kind of what I took away from watching that. One don't look like he's in the best shape of his life, mate, and that's why I just don't think he wins.
Nah, man. Plus the layoff is not going to help either. He's coming off a 60-month layoff. That's not good.
15-month layoff.
Yeah. 16, 15, yeah. So,
and then also,
I think this is the longest layoff he's had.
Go ahead, Age.
I think this is the longest layoff that Spence has had in his career. Honestly, like the longest layoff.
What about? Is he got the injuries to his eyes still?
Yeah. Well,
it is that.
supposedly healed, but remember that's still there. You know, you've got retina damage.
If you're Crawford, do you go for the eyes?
I would.
Yeah,
of course. I
that's
would.
what you've got to. You have to go for the eye. Would you?
Yeah.
I don't see, but yeah. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do a whole Spence and thingy show, you know, again revamped up a bit closer to the time, but and you know, reactionaries to just what we saw. But I mean, yeah, I think it's a must. I mean, a lot of people everyone across the not everyone, a lot of people across the board have all like picking Crawford to win, and I mean like professionals. People that are picking Spence are literally, I've realised, they're really in the minority.
I think sometimes we forget how good Spence is because of what Crawford's done in terms of like his ability to switch hit, his ability to work a fighter out, and his ability to actually stop really good fighters. But we forget that Spence is a good fighter as well. He's and that he's top of the tree as well. And sometimes we're on the sort of Bud train, gravy train.
Because I just think Bud's better.
I do as well, but the thing is, Spence is an elite fighter as well. I think he believes in it. Don't you think he belongs in that elite club? In terms of
he's unified champion for sure. So
yeah.
So I'm not going to completely discredit Spence. No. I mean, but it's just that Chan, I'm with you. It's like I'm picking Bud because I think he's simply the better fighter.
He's the better.
Bud is the better fighter.
Yep, more adjustments, more tools in his kit, more tools in his bag, everything.
Yeah, and everything he does, he's the better fighter. Like Joseph Bailey saying, Spence is flat-footed. He is. I don't see him ever adjust. I never see Spence adjust. I see him, he's got good traits where he gets better as the fight goes on. I saw some fanboying yesterday. Shouts out to Blood. Blood. You had a good panel. There was fanboys in the booties. I was
just now, get into a fight with a Fury fanboy just now.
No, it wasn't a Fury fanboy. I'm talking about on Blood. He had a panel between Spence and Crawford.
I'm getting into a fight with one right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the aerosexuals are fucking crazy, and some of them are covert.
Would anyone be shocked?
Blood, you explain. Blood.
Hey, guys. Go ahead. We all said that we all agreed that Spence is at elite level, unified. We wouldn't be shocked if he won. Would it be a shock if he won?
It would for me. It would. I know that sounds wild.
I know. We put Bud at a high level. We all think Bud's going to win, and I think it's going to be. It could be stoppage, but Spence is a good fighter.
You wouldn't be shocked if he won? How? No, okay. I'd be shocked if he beat Bud if he stopped him.
I don't think he'll stop Bud, and I think Bud's going to win. I think he'll win by stoppage. But the thing with boxing is a funny way.
It is. There's a way of surprise. You.
When fighters, unless fighters fight each other, we don't know whether some fighters. You know how they say. You know they say in boxing, what's that term? Styles make fights, and this guy, can't beat this fighter because this fighter's got a strength he just can't get past. But against other fighters, you'll be able to beat him. And we don't know with this fight, do we? Because of the fact that we know Bud's a switch hitter, and he could fight, orthodox, or he could fight southpaw. This guy's a southpaw. We just don't know what the situation is. Some fighters just for some reason, you don't know why, but they just can beat you.
Yeah, and that's why it's intriguing.
And we don't know with this fight. We're just assuming that because we've seen Bud. But the thing is that we know that Bud can work. The problem with Spence, we know what a great fighter is, but with Bud, we know that if Bud gets into problems, he'll work it out.
This is what I'm saying. Bud's he's the adjuster. You know, you had the equalizer. He's the adjuster. Like, so, like what I watched yesterday, shouts out to Blood. I tapped in a bit on at your show. And oh my God, I tapped in at one point and there was just like anarchy going on over there. Like the heterosexual anarchy was like, I was like, oh God, yeah, it was it was good. But you had this geezer on, Blood, that was I liked him, and he had a fucking amazing voice as well. He's called JR, and he's from Texas, and he was being very objective because he was letting us know that, you know, about the good things of Crawford. I don't know if he was I'm not sure. Was he ultimately picking Spence, even though he was from Texas? I mean, his voice was fucking amazing. I mean, amazing voice.
A guy called JR, and he's from Texas, man. Sounds like a TV program we watch as kids, isn't it?
Yeah. But Ken, if you would have heard, there was like this guy that was just like being the top heterosexual, this guy, and he was just saying, "Oh yeah, but I don't fight nobody." What is he saying? He got dropped by Gamboa. He got robbed by Gamboa. You know, all of that shit. And I'm just like, bro, how did the fight end? He got knocked.
Thank you. Oh, he got dropped by Mean Machine. You know, it's
yeah,
like,
no, he got you know, that's what I said, AJ. These are the narratives. He got dropped by Mean Machine. He ain't fought nobody.
I think the thing is, right, is that, you know, he's an Errol Spence fan. Good luck to respect to that. But the thing about it is that boxing's is a funny old sport. It's a funny old sport until, you know, we think we know it all. We think that, you know, the fighter that, you know, has got a good resume, got a good record beating other fighters.
But seeing is believing, right, Ken?
They haven't fought yet. And that's the strangest thing. We only know of the event in boxing. Like, for instance, regardless of what you think of Deontay Wilder's fundamentals and what you think of Tyson Fury is, you know, just like, I thought before the first fight that Deontay Wilder was dropping because the fact that Deontay Wilder was knocking everyone out and Tyson Fury's been out of the fight game. I didn't think that Tyson Fury had the game plan or the kryptonite to work Wilder out until the 12th round, when after he got knocked over, he got up and he buzzed Wilder. And I think, and then when I saw the second fight, when he got on top of him, I wasn't surprised because of what happened in the 12th round. And I think that's the thing with boxing, you know, until that fight. But if I was putting my house on a fight, I've got to put it on Bud Crawford not because of it's Bud Crawford, because I know what I know he can do. But one thing is, I know what Spence can do as well. I'm not convinced that's good enough to beat Bud, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I don't know, mate. I can't. I'm trying to see what Spence does that just is going to be. All Spence's strengths is when a fighter is in front of him. Yeah. I mean, what really elitism? Like, I know it sounds mad, but what elitism has he really shown that? Listen, the Sean Porter, he won by split decision. And then
despite the knockdown.
His dad Kenny Porter threw the towel in. Like, these heterosexuals are just, I swear.
I think some fighters are better. You know, that's the thing with boxing. When we talk about, that's why we say only few fighters are elite, because there's only going to be few in all the years of boxing. How long have we professional boxing been around? 150 years.
Yeah, about that.
How many fighters have had flawless technique? Every fighter's got a flaw. Some fighters are good they win their fights by being good counter fighters. Some fighters are on the front foot. Some fighters, you know, work their way in, fight behind a jab, and then, you know, and basically tap and run, but that's their strength, and it gets them by. You know, there's very few fighters who can adjust. That's why we have elite fighters. We know Usyk can adjust. We knew that Andre Ward can adjust. Remember, you know, like on Sport.
Mm-hmm.
There was discussion who wins between Andre Ward and Joe Kazagi, and Simon Jordan said Joe Kazagi. My guy Spencer Rover said Andre Ward, and then when he got prompted by my guy Simon Jordan, he said Joel Kawasaki. Now, for me, Andre Ward wins that fight because out of the elite fighters, out of all the fighters, the only fighters I've known who can adjust from their and adjust well are Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, and Canelo. Out of all the fighters I've seen, and Marvin Hagler, all the rest of the fighters, I look at them and I'm thinking, I don't see any other fighters other than that four who can adjust. And I've put Bud in that bracket.
Right.
So I don't. That's one of the reasons why they're there for a reason. All the other fighters, they all fought with their strengths, and they've all, found a way to win. But these guys can adjust to what's in front of them.
Right.
And this is out of 100. We're talking about out of 150 years of boxing. I've only named 5 fighters.
What, that would be of elite status?
Yeah, but what I consider to be elite status is is the ability
or to adjust.
To adjust and still look world class.
Yeah.
Did you ever, when you saw Joel Kazaki fight, did he look like he'd adjust? Did he look like he could adjust to it? No. I didn't notice that. I love Joe, but who do you have of Andre Ward over Joe?
Well, I was Joe Kawasaki. That was me, and then half people was Andre Ward. I'd think AJ and them lot would be Andre Ward.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, who are you, Age?
Joe, I'm with Joe.
I like how Joe fought.
I like Joe.
I
like Joe. I like Joe.
Andre Ward. You know what switched it for me with Andre Ward. You know what switched it?
Yeah.
It was 2 fights that made me think, this guy was the 2 fights against 2 big hitters, big bullies, Karl Froch and Kovalev, that made me think, you know what?
Yeah, I mean,
this
Andre
guy's got something.
Andre Ward is a great fighter, isn't it? Retired early. Never. Hang on, has Andre Ward been defeated? He hasn't, is he?
No, I mean, it's heavily implied that he should have lost that first Kovalev fight, though.
Kovalev,
we've had arguments about this. I had Ward still winning that.
Did you have Andre? Yeah, did we do a rewatch on point score on that, AJ?
I think you did, but I wasn't present for that. I don't think I was here at the time you did.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think we did do it. Let me have a look who I had at winning.
Yeah.
But so basically, Kenny, you're saying that. How does Errol Spence beat Bud? What would be the tactic? I'll ask everybody before you.
I think it's on a counter. I think it's a counter attack.
Yeah.
I think he wins on a counter attack. That's his strength for me. It's a counter attack. Like I said, in terms of outworking him in close, but the fighter coming to him. But I think that Bud would love that. Bud would think, all right, mate, boom, I'm stronger than you, and I can go to front toe to toe with you, and I will come out the winner. I'm capable of doing that, and he's shown he can do that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why there's very few fighters over the years that impress me, because I could see, because they can turn a person's strength into what I call being predictable. When you're predictable in boxing, you're beatable.
Yeah. We haven't done a Ward v Kovalev, by the way.
Oh, we haven't?
No.
Okay.
That on the list, mate.
Okay.
But you know, if you think about whatever you think about, don't you think that Ward learned something about Kovalev, so that he took into the rematch?
That he's a beast. That he was a beast.
Yeah.
He was a drunkard. He was a drunkard beast. That's what. I just think. All right. That's your answer, Kenny. You think that? Do you think Spence's output is a problem for Terence Crawford?
You mean in terms of what he's done previously, or
yeah? I'm just trying to see if he's just. I just can't see that everything Spence does good. I just don't think it looks.
That's the thing, innit? We know that Brad Crawford can mix it, and he can deal with counter-attacking fighters, but can he deal with this counter-attacking fighter? That's the beauty of boxing. We don't know, innit? They haven't fought each other.
Yeah, they ain't fought. And Spence is massive. He's a big geezer. He keeps coming.
That will count a lot. With if you try to bully Spence, try to push him around, and he can't be moved, innit? And he gets leverage for those counter attacks.
Call me crazy, but I don't think the size will really. I don't think the size will matter, honestly.
I'm with you, Joseph Bailey. Bud's not losing on his mum's birthday as well. I forgot he's fighting on his mum's birthday.
That's his mom's birthday?
Yeah.
Can he fight a week afterwards? So you don't have no distractions.
He's fighting his mum's birthday. Is there's too much heart, too much will?
Well, what a present for her that'll be if he wins.
Yeah. Spence is a good fighter, but I don't think he
don't like their son's bit getting hurt.
Yeah, well, he's getting the biggest. She's getting the payday. I think Spence is a good fighter, right? For me, you see, I keep saying it. When you watch like a special fighter, you get them goosebumps, and you're like, yeah, this guy is something different. I don't get that with Spence. When I watch Spence, I'm like, yeah, he's good, man. He come back from the car crash. He did his tune-up fight with Danny Garcia. Shouts out to him. Cool. But I don't think he's I don't think Spence is phenomenal at all.
This is his chance, though. This is his chance, isn't it?
He's good. I just think he's he just does little bits of things good. But I don't know. I can't say he's great.
I think this is his chance, isn't it? I think that's the beauty. I think all the fights we reviewed, even though we've had a massive disagreement about the main one, it's all about a chance for people to change their boxing landscapes. Some of the fighters have had more than one chance, but it's still a chance. And I think even Daniel in Poland, it's a chance that they're going to have to take to rewrite, to turn their lives around, not just their boxing careers, around their lives.
Yeah, I know, but I just feel that how you live outside of the ring plays a massive part. Granted, Spencer's beat everyone, even with that trash lifestyle. But who are those everyone's? He's been allowed to just do what he's been able to do, fight his side of the stable, and just have free reign. He's kind of had that Canelo reign where he's kind of didn't have to defend Mando. Definitely IBF just said, "See you later."
The problem is that a lot of boxing presidents, they love their prestige of having a big name as their champion, so they give them what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never even fought a WBC mandatory.
He didn't, did he?
He never has. Never. Ever since he beat Sean Porter for the belt, yeah.
And so it's kind of like he's been allowed just to do stuff that is not the run.
I mean, WBC, we be crooks, so not surprising.
Yeah, we be crooking, we be capping.
Hey guys, this is I stayed. Look, I've done 2.5.
I'm surprised you're still here.
No, well, yeah, I wasn't going to back down from the Dillian White one. I thought I could. So there's no shot I'm going to do that.
You're good sport, Ken. That's one of our highlight reels.
One thing I will say to you guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to go in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct you to YouTube. I shouldn't even YouTube BT Sport Boxing. The reason why I'm directing you there, AJ, obviously you're not from the UK, but we are. But
What
it'd be
is
interesting. I want to direct you to the press conference of Usyk Dubois. It's just come on my phone YouTube feed. So if anyone's interested, I just want to remind her there is a British fighter fighting for a world title. He ain't Tyson Fury. He ain't Joshua. He ain't Dillian White. It's Daniel Dubois. He's British. He's one of your own. 26th of August.
Send me the link to it.
You said it's on IFL TV, right? Right,
YouTube.
IFL TV.
IFL.
No. Go on to BT Boxing Live. I don't know
that channel.
BT Sport Boxing. Go on YouTube. It's on their YouTube channel, and it's got BT Sport Boxing. It's only half an hour. It's a press conference. Come on, Daniel Dubois British. It's a world heavyweight title fight. It's Joshua's not fighting for the world heavyweight title. Dillian White's not fighting for the world heavyweight title. Tyson Fury's not fighting for the world heavyweight title. No is Joe Joyce. Daniel Dubois, he's British. Give him some love.
Yeah, we don't care. No one seems to care.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, we don't. I'm gonna after this show, and I'm gonna take this in though. I'm gonna watch this.
All right, AJ, you may need a pillow for it, but just give him a chance, eh?
I'll give it a look. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll
give
check
it a look. All right, I've got to go. I'll see you guys next week.
You've been amazing. You've been amazing. We had our highlight reel.
All right, peace out, Ken.
Love you, Kenny.
Look
Tell
after
me where
yourselves.
to find you.
Kenny Ken 1972 on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, that's
right. I'll speak to you guys soon.
See you later, Kenny Ken. Love you. Thank you for coming through. Amazing.
Enjoyed myself. Right.
Kenny Ken has left the Brutus. Yeah. Well, we've kind of and just to really wrap it up, because I wasn't because of me and Kenny's debate, it actually went the debate was about an hour long. So
really?
I think it was about 45 minutes. It was about 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, I noticed you got Devin and Shakur down there.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. So about the what's your thoughts on this, Shakur and Devin?
Okay, I've just followed bits and pieces of it, but I guess they're arguing about purse splits or something regarding the fight, and Shakur saying like how Devin's trying to lowball him. Is that correct? Or
yeah, that's what he said.
Got it. Well, I don't know, man. I feel that Shakur should just honestly just take the hit, because I have him beating Devin regardless of anything anyway. So it's a win-win. If he fights, he wins, and if he wins, he's in the driver's seat because he'll be undisputed. The question is, does Devin want it? I'm just curious. Like if the thing I'm curious about is if Shakur had taken the offer, like no matter what it was, would Devin have like moved the goalpost, kind of like how Tyson Fury's been doing with Usyk? You know what I mean? That just makes me wonder. But this is why, like, you know, I'm kind of getting fed up with fighters talking about dealing with purse splits. Like, just let your promoter handle it, or just your manager. You know what I mean? like seriously. But I don't know. I don't see the fight happening. Unfortunately, I just don't.
Yeah, just move. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can just get all your belts in one foul swoop at the cost of taking 25%, I would just do it.
Do it, yeah.
I would just do it, and then on the rematch, you
make a lot more. You get a 50% or maybe more. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
play it how Devin did it with George. You know what I mean? He took the smaller end, and the rematch, same thing. I mean, just you know, because I got Shakur beating Devin regardless of anything.
Me too. So. I've got Shakur beating Devin, but there's maybe Shakur. I don't know why he wants the 50%, which being new to the division, I think.
He has made a lot of money, actually, because I think for the Conti South fight, he was paid like $3 million, which surprised me. I'm surprised he even got that much.
I don't know, because I said that on a panel that he got paid $3 million, and everyone was like, no, he didn't.
No, he did. He did. Yeah, for the Conti South fight, yeah. He has. So he's made a lot of money, so maybe he's probably used to getting big purses.
Okay, so Shani was right there.
Yeah, you were right. That was true. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how much he's gotten. Like, I haven't looked up his. I haven't looked up his purses after those fights, like for the Valdez fight, or just. I think for
the Jamal Herring, he only got paid a milli.
Right, because he was the challenger in that fight. But I think let me see, Then he beat Valdez and Conceição. Then Well, I'm not sure what he got for Valdez or any of his other fights, but I know for the Conceição fight he got 3 mil. So maybe he's used to getting big purses, and this is his way. So this is what I'm saying, Miss. That's why you can't be overpaying these fighters, because they just get into their head that like, oh, you got to give me this, or the fight's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's just what gets annoying about this shit, man.
Yeah, me too. And it just fucks shit up. To be fair, that's all it does. So I just think
my mindset would be like, I don't care. It's like, I'm going to beat you regardless, so I'll take whatever, because I know I'm going to win anyway. Because I know I'll beat you.
Yeah, that's what I would have. But I think they should just put it on the back burner and come back again for revisit it at 140.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah, I think that's what she had. But who knows how Shakur is going to be? How long he's going to be at 135? Because I think he's honestly going to want to become a champion or a 3-division champion, pick up a belt there at some point.
Yeah.
So I think honestly, when Devin moves up, that's when he'll probably fight for a vacant title. I think or something like that. That's probably when they'll position him to challenge for a belt and he'll win one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And that's all I kind of was really wanting to tap in about with that, to be honest. But yeah, that was it. We got through Joshua White 2, Pressure, and the fight. Spence v. Crawford.
I got to watch the All Access. I haven't done that. I will do that today,
and,
probably later on tonight. So,
did you still not watch the Jared Anderson fight?
I saw it. I watched it.
Oh, you watched it in the end?
I did. Yeah.
And Charles Martin. Good fight, right?
Yeah. Charles Martin was up for it. He didn't come to lay down, man. It's like you said, like, I give more applause to him than anything else, because he showed up. He gave Jared a good fight, and honestly, that's honestly, I see that. I don't really see Jared going the distance or just as that. I see this as a good thing, because I want to see young fighters like this tested and having them going to go some resistance. You know what I mean? They need to know. They need to know what they're made of. They really do. Exactly. Like when the going gets tough, they need to decide whether they're going to get going.
Does the tough get going? Yeah, so it was a good fight. That was a good fight. And now, so this weekend, who do we have on the docket?
We got who do we got? We got Alicia Bumgardner fighting Leonardo 2 in a rematch.
Leonardo 2.
Andy Cruz is making his professional debut.
Who?
Andy Cruz, Matt, who Eddie just signed, Cuban gold medalist. He beat Keyshawn in the amateurs.
Yeah.
Making his pro debut. We were supposed to have Hitchens versus Love, but Love pulled out due to an injury.
Yeah. Is he injured again?
Yeah, Love is injured. He pulled out of the fight. So now Hitchens does. I think he's off the card now. I don't think Love is injured, by the way. I think that
Hitchens.
Yeah. I think he's just ducking Hitchens. I was picking Hitchens to win. I don't know about you. I was picking him to win that fight.
I don't know. I didn't really think about it too tough, but yeah, God.
No, Richard, he's good. He's really good. Richard Hitchens is good.
He was on Champ Ross's card prediction thingy. I'm trying to picture his face.
Richard Hitchens.
What did we see him fight? When was his last fight?
He was on. He fought on the leash, the undercard of I want to say Serrano and Cruz.
Who did he fight?
John Bowser, another undefeated guy. He looked real good. Dropped him a few times and easily decisioned him. And he looked in the because ever since he signed to Eddie's been keeping him active. He's actually had a lot of good performances since Eddie signed him, because he was just on Mayweather languishing on the couch.
Yeah.
And Eddie picked him up. He's kept him active.
Yes. Because he was he was on the shelf on Mayweather.
Yeah, they had him on the shelf. Eddie picked him up, and he's kept him. He's been giving him fights and keeping him real active.
Yeah,
so, he's looked good. He's looked good every time he's been out there.
I don't think I've seen him fight.
Okay, I'll send you some highlights. I'll find some stuff.
Yeah.
He's good. He's really good. I'm really impressed by him. I'm really impressed.
I saw him fight.
Yeah, he's going to be an issue I think he's going to give issues to anybody he fights at 140. He's going to be a problem.
Yeah. So. And also the fights that was at the weekend on Showtime, unfortunately in the UK, we didn't have access to them. So what was the fights again?
Boots fought, and Jaron Ennis, he fought Roman Villa.
Yeah,
he headlined. I didn't catch that fight. I missed it.
Oh, you didn't see it yourself?
No, I was way too tired. I just couldn't get up.
Yeah.
Your sleep has been messing with me lately. But yeah, but I'm gonna catch the replay when I get some free time. But Boots, I've heard nothing. I've seen some highlights that I've heard Boots was nothing short of dominant.
Yeah, I think we'll get highlights now in the UK. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty much dominated the fight from start to finish. He just and then he stopped Villa in the 10th round. I mean, I heard Villa was game though. He was tough.
I heard he
But-
was tough. Yeah, that's what Lisa I think said.
But yeah, it just wasn't enough. I mean, I just figured like, yeah, Boots is probably gonna stop this guy. I'll just catch it a little later. I mean, I just wasn't really that
That's what happened.
you know. So
That's what happened.
and then there was a DAZN card on a Golden Boy card. It was supposed to be Stanionis and Virgil, but
Oh yeah, we knew.
but that didn't happen. So I think Floyd Schofield headlined the card anyway. I forget who fought.
Did he stop his dude? Did he stop his?
No, he dropped them a few times, but he won on points.
Oh,
yeah,
did he?
Yeah, he decisioned them. Yeah. Then on the undercard, the controversial fight that had a Marlon Esparza versus Gabriela Alaniz. Her hearing that was pretty much a hometown cooking robbery.
Wait, one more call. Oh God. Yeah, hang on 1 second, mate. Hang on. When I tell you to call it thing, you always call at the end of the show.
Who is it?
Always calls at the end. What? I don't understand why you call at the end. Hang on. 1 sec.
I'm holding.
Un momento, por favor. So we got Daniel from Arlington in the building. I've been telling you to call callers. Why didn't you call in the beginning? It's always at the end as I'm just wrapping up the show. You call.
Oh, because when it gets night at my time, I'm waking up.
No, but you was in the chat the whole time. But go ahead. What would you like to say real quickly, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah, just on the Showtime fight, just get us, beat the dog shit out of you. And that was, I think Richardson Hitchens is going to whoop Montana Love's ass this Saturday.
They're not fighting.
They're not on the card. It's been pulled. Love pulled out.
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, I know.
I know. We just said that in 5 minutes.
I was picking Hitchens to beat his ass too, but we won't see it now. So.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I can watch Andy Cruz then.
But
for his debut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Chad, also there's a Showtime card on. Unfortunately, you guys can't watch, but Frank Martin is fighting, and Nonito Donaire is going to be he's going to be on the card as well, challenging for looking at
Santiago Alejandro.
Yep. Let's see to break his own record by becoming
Elvis Rodriguez and Victor Postal.
Yep. Oh yeah, Victor. Oh yeah, Victor. I'm surprised Victor Postal's back. I was about to say.
Back in the booth.
And he's fighting Elvis Rodriguez.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. We can't watch it. I just realized we can't watch the Donaire fight.
And they're really doing y'all a disservice with that shit, man. I mean, seriously, like they got a lot of UK people want to see your cards. Y'all can't watch them.
They only run it in America. Yeah, they only show.
Yes.
Crazy. Now, Eddie Hearn's the only global.
I didn't know.
Eddie Hearn's the only global promoter.
True that.
Yeah, I was looking forward to Hitchens and Love, but that's out. But I guess I'll try calling earlier next.
Yes, when you see it flash up. No worries. Thank you for calling in, Daniel. Though.
Later.
All right.
Peace out.
Later, Daniel. Bye. See you later. Daniel's left the booth. It's like the last bit of the show, when I'm wrapping up. Yeah.
Don't know much about his opponent though, Santiago. I'm not sure how good he is.
I don't know if I think when I saw the picture of him, so I think I've seen him fight once, but I'm not sure with who. But so I'm gonna have to go and pull some tape on him and have a look of what he does and what he don't do. Let me just go and have a look and see what he does. But yeah, it's a shame that I can't watch Nonito Donaire's fight.
But I'll be tuning in, so I'll keep you apprised. So
yeah,
I'll be watching.
Yeah. I maybe whoever goes, maybe people will go live and also can just tune into their live and catch the live commentary like that as well. If anybody's going live for that card, shout me and I shall tune in, give a blow by blow commentary for me, and then it'd be all good. But yeah, all you guys can do it. AJ, you just whatever the weather. But okay, we have come to the motherfucking end of the show. And I would like to for coming through like a motherfucking woo. Kenny Ken was in the booties. Candice was in the booties. AJ All J was in the booties. It was the foursome. It was the threesome. Turned into a little foursome.
They're back to the threesome now, not twosome.
Now to a twosome. To a twosome. 1-on-1. I got you. 1-on-1. 1-on-1. AJ, tell them where they can find you, please.
Of course, you can find me here. I pop up on the occasional live now and then. And of course, I'm on Twitter, even though I don't really get on it much. But Twitter, more or less. And
AJ Spay.
Yay.
AJ, and we will be back on Wednesday with Blood Boxing with the part 2 of the
resume deep dive with Anoe Fulton. Yes.
Resume deep dive of Fulton and Inoue.
That was fun, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, that was fun. So we've got part 2 to do, and then of the next part of the thingy, and then that was fun. We're supposed to do a rewatch and point scores. Something we'll get that in the week, but got a few more days to go, so it's all good.
Did you want to do Fulton Figueroa at some point? Did you want to choose that?
No. When are they fighting?
The 24th of this month. I think that's a Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll probably do that on Fight Week.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pick something else, but we'll do that one on Fight Week.
Got it.
Fulton Figueroa. Yeah, we'll do that on Fight Week. But yeah, all right, AJ. Love you. Thank you for coming through, like my woo.
Mwah. Love you more. Peace out.
Thank you very much. AJ's left the booties. Okay, guys. Oh yeah, but we did have a. We did have let me see how many of you lot press my own like button, because you lot are out of order. Let's have a look. I always put it on there so I could see how many of you guys have pressed the fucking like button and have not pressed the like button. So thank you, folks. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Hang on. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a nice spicy one. Shouts out to Kenny Ken. He just tweeted as he always does as he finishes the show. Go and follow these guys. Let me see. Okay, we can end poll. 81% of you did hit the like button. Shouts out. And 19% of you did not. So anyway, so let me do the members only roll call, shall we? Let's go. Hang on. Sorry. It's always something with all these tabs opened, and God, it's a lot of tabs, isn't there? A lot of work. Okie dokes. So let's go. All right. So members only. Bye-bye to the members. Thank you for signing up to the membership. Ahmed in the bootism. Monakin Boxing in the bootism. Sammy Ali in the bootism. DB Donald Banks in the bootism. Nesta Bedford in the bootism. Zara K in the bootism. Karma Serene the Queen in the bootism. King of King Boxing in the bootism. Con Shonery in the bootism. Queen Lisa Bales in the bootism. Ricardo mi hermano in the bootism. Ben Adams in the bootism. Stephen T in the bootism. Mark Niggity Nash in the bootism. Dub Right Side in the bootism. My Art to the Left in the bootism. D-Star Boxing. I will be on his show on Thursday. The Round Table. Mi hermano in the bootism. Devil Beats in the bootism. Jimmy McClenley in the bootism. No. AJ All Day, thank you for being on the panel too, in the bootism. Charlo in the bootism. King TJ, RIP in the bootism. Haplotype El Primero, ya tú sabes. And Dr. P. There we go. There we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Who's this now? Who are you? Coming at the end. Oh, is that you, Joseph? You're muted.
Yes.
What up, you?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. What up, Joe? You coming in?
Oh, not much.
One phone
I just want to say salute.
Hey, all day long. When I'm on, are you usually at work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be working. I just want to say salute to you, to your channel, and keep up the good work.
I will do, sir. Thank you very much. Come through whenever you can. Mwah.
All right. All right.
Joseph Bailey. I heard the boot. I thought, no, that's no one coming through. It might just be my ears deceiving me. But JB. Oh, that was nice of him. We like old Joseph Bailey. Thank you, Joseph, for coming through like that. That was nice. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. So, you know, we saw a fatality. Did we see a test your might, test your skill?
Test your might. Test your luck.
Oh, one more. And you know what we're here to do? The whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. This is what this channel's about. We do, you know, we don't fanboy. We like fighters, but we tell the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red? You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
That's right, because why? Because knowledge is key.
Knowledge is key.
So if you go on, you know, like that. Now.
So if it one, not what you see, nothing because nothing not a one. Lock off your eyes, cock me, make you cock.
Them no like we no like them.
Them no like me, some me no like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up, bun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping flight.
And we can't fanboy for a fighter, guys. We can't. But Spence beating Bud. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna as it ramps up, because there's all channels doing their Spence v Bud, and I tap in and and stuff like that. But I get tired of the back and forth. So I feel like I would be repeating the same talking point. So as it gets a bit closer to the fight, but for me, I just think Bud does everything better than Spence. I don't know if Spence does anything better than Bud to that degree. So when I hear it, I'm like,
What you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
We don't. You do need some more people because we don't believe you. But, fanboyism serves no place in the boxing community. Y'all need to all get thrown in the fucking... Hey-ho, such is life. Anyway, I want to say thank you for coming through. I will be back with the handsome blood boxing in the booties. To make him blush. And I will be back with AJ and Sporting Icons. That will be us, the foursome, for the Inoue Fulton Part 2 resume deep dive. And yeah, guys, been that bitch, always will be that bitch, I signed up for it, so I can't really complain. I am indeed. Do you know what? We got to give these Spence aerosexuals their medication. Yeah, they need their meds anyway. I've been that bitch, always will be that bitch, like I said. I ain't going anywhere. No time soon. And yeah, shouts out to Blood Boxing. Shouts out to your panel. It's a great panel. Gonna have to get that JR over onto this show, mate, because we're down for that voice, for his take. his voices take honey. It was doing bits. But shouts out to... I'll be on the next panel. I'm only joking. But no, I really did enjoy his take. He does have a nice voice, but I did really enjoy his take. I've never seen him on these YouTube streets before. So yeah, and shouts out to Golden as well. Always Golden, Sir King, always a great guy. Thank you for always your kind words. Massively appreciated, Golden. And you made me blush too. Yeah, so shouts out to you, Golden. Golden. Mr. Golden, salute. Yeah, we salute Mr. Golden. For real, for real, for real. We do. 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 Yes. Thank you, Sister Bells. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday, guys. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I'd say. If you want to join the channel, Alex, go.
Me bar rat brain splatter. What's the matter? Just start. Don't try move the body. Try scatter. Pick pattering up all over your body. Now you bruise and batter. Tap shatter. You never should do a lot.
That's right. Anyway, guys, you've been amazing, and I shall see you on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll be back. So thank you for joining me. From me to you, from you to me. EU dares, Rodders. EU dares. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey, girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless. Come box with Chan. Gyan Ra. It's the weekly wrap up. Sugary word show. Gyan Ra. Thank you for joining me.
LadyChann. Fight.